So this time, I have the AC on my phone. We'll see if it overheats. But my video just premiered, and I liked that video. Like, even though it ended like the way it did, I still enjoyed it because I put a lot of energy into the filming, and I caught a lot of cool stuff on the road. And I know the tone took like a turn at the end, but I still had a lot of fun on my trip, and I got to see some new places and explore New Mexico a little bit, which I haven't been able to. I'm actually wondering if using my tripod would be easier for this, which I have right here. And then I've got the AC on, and you guys are probably hearing it in the microphone, so let me fix that and bust this out. Anyways, I was saying, my newest video just premiered, and it was, I know it had like a down tone at the end of it, but that's not the whole video, right? Like, I had so much fun filming that video and doing the editing. There we go. I am on roaming free, so we'll see how good this stream goes. I don't know how my signal is. If y'all let me know in the comments, that'd be great. Yeah, that video just premiered, and like I was saying, it was a lot of fun to film, and I got to see some really cool shit along the way. I have had a neighbor just recently drop off a generator that doesn't work. He I don't know, felt sympathy for mine getting jacked. So his name's Peter, and he was just like, hey, I got this generator, it doesn't work no more, you're welcome to it. So I think I'm gonna just take that to a small engine repair shop and see what they can do to fix it. And maybe I'll have a generator. It's not gonna be as nice as the generator I had before. I had one of those like Predator 1500 watt ultra quiet ones from Harbor Freight, and this one's not gonna be a quiet one, but that's okay. I will get paid on the 1st, and I'll take it down to I think there's a small engine repair shop in Taos, and I'll drive it in there, and maybe I'll have working generator soon. And then it'll just be like an effort to get my solar squared away. So one thing at a time. The community out here, which I don't know very well, this will be like my first real summer staying out here, which I don't know how many months I'll be staying here, but at least one. They're pretty cool. I like the ones I've met so far. Clearly there's a thief among them somewhere, but there's a thief among us everywhere we go. I don't care what town you're in. So what's up, everybody? Where are y'all at? Where's my chats? Custom Tech Enterprises. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Where you live at? I actually think there's somebody on my channel that lives near me out here, which is strange because I don't know. I haven't really broadcasted very much where I'm at, and so that's interesting. I am sitting at this like one light town. Literally, there's one light, and it's like a two-way stop with a yellow light flashing going through. It's pretty cool. It's the only spot near me that I have signals, so I don't know how good my signal is. If I'm like choppy or whatever, let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it, which honestly won't be much. But it is what it is. I got 6 folks in here. Did anyone see the premiere of my video? It just got done, a little bit ago. So that's cool. I think I'm about to pack a bowl. I remembered my cigarettes this time, and I'm live streaming a little bit earlier than I usually do, but that's okay. I should probably start having like scheduled live streams. I'm also sitting like right outside a restaurant. I wonder when a good time to live stream would be. Maybe the weekends? Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I don't know where all the moms are out there. I mean, a lot of you know this because of my videos, but I recently lost my mother this year. So this is the first This is the first year first Mother's Day without her. I guess it sort of is. Like, she wasn't around a whole lot, but first one that, she really is gone. So, shout out to Community Cause. It's Mother's Day, and he just lost his mother too. So, if y'all could show him some love and some support on his channel, I'm sure he'd appreciate it. I'm feeling for the guy, because I know what that's like. I just, like I said, just lost my mom. So, we're all humans and we're all in this together. Let's see, comments. Deanna, watching with the grandbaby in Ohio. Thumbs up for the premiere. Yeah, did you like that? I really enjoyed the editing on that video, Arizona, I'd like to know if you would help with your take on living part-time in Slab City. Also just seen your video and seen where you live. I'd like to know if you would help with your take on living part-time in Slab City. I mean, sure, yeah, what questions do you have? I'd be happy to answer them. I've covered a lot of stuff about slabs in my channel, but I'd be happy to answer whatever questions you have. It is a really unique spot, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of places out there, and there's a lot of, misinformation, I guess, about Slab City, and then a lot of truths, and a lot of myths, and a lot of effects. So it's hard to sift through it all. And I guess the most honest thing I can say about slabs is whatever I tell you about it is just my lens, right? It's just my perspective. It's not your perspective or anyone else's perspective in town. And I can only tell you about my experiences with my personality and the personalities of the people I surround myself with. I can't say, here's the experience you're going to have in Slab City, because, I don't know who you're going to surround yourself with. I don't know you. I don't know, what type of shenanigans you get into. And we all get into shenanigans, right? So I can only tell you my perspective. And my perspective on slabs is a bit of a, if it on the surface, curbside appeal, it ain't great, right? It looks like any other tent city you would see in Denver or Seattle or New York. But all you have to do, you don't even have to dig very deep to find like those hidden gems and those diamonds in the rough in Slab City. And, regardless of the neighbors or the other people in the community, I have seen the most beautiful acts of love in Slab City compared to anywhere else I've been in my life. And I have been quite a few places. It seems to me that the more people struggle, the more genuine they are, and the more they care about their neighbors, because they know what it's like to struggle, and they know what it's like to go hungry for a night, or be thirsty, or not know where you're going to sleep and shelter yourself. So I don't care which poor community you're a part of, or you're in, or you're next to. I bet you money, if you can look past that rough, street smart exterior, you're gonna find amazing folks who really do give a shit about, their tribe and their circle, and it's no different in Slab City. I don't know that Slabs it's definitely not lawless, I guess, but I don't know, most of the people there just don't want the government involved with their lives, so they don't really call the police. I don't know if that answers your question. Living part-time in Slabs, I suppose, is different than the full-timers, because, the full-timers know where they're going to be tomorrow, and, the part-timers wing it a lot of the times. They don't know where they're going to be. I'm doing it. I'm a drug-free person that follows the Sikhism or Sikh faith. There is actually a dude in town that is Sikh. He drives a truck. He doesn't really interact with the community very much, but he is nearby. Most people obviously assume he's Muslim because they're not very cultured, and I always correct him. Like, he's not Muslim, he's Sikh. It's a very different religion. If you ever see that turban, that's not a Muslim. That's not Johnny Quest bullshit. That's not a Haji. That is a Sikh. It's a much more peaceful religion in practice. So yeah, you'd be welcome there, Sikh. I don't care what your culture is, man. Like, you can be weird, you can be cultured, you can be religious. Just don't fucking hurt anybody and treat each other kindly, and you're gonna be fine in Slabs. Be careful about who you surround yourself with, and if someone burns you, like, remember that. Like, that's who they are. And you'll be fine, dude. You'll be fine. Your faith is not going to be a problem in town. I promise you. Double take Jake Hayes, good to see you. New fresh face in Slabs. I'm actually, I appreciate that, but I just left Slabs, man. I'm in New Mexico now because I spent the winter in Slabs as I do every single winter. And then it's getting 100 degrees there, so I bounced. But I'm gonna keep featuring Slabs every winter. I'm gonna be going back like I always have, like I always will, and I'm gonna keep featuring it. Adventures with Mr. and Mrs. Sammy. Hey, glad you made it out alive. Yeah, it was pretty easy to just drive out. You don't really get stuck in Slabs unless I don't know. People do get stuck there. That's not a fair thing to say, but the reality is, like, I always give people that advice. If you're gonna come to Slabs, at least show up with enough, with an escape plan, like enough cash to get out, however that looks, whether it be a Greyhound bus or gas in your vehicle. Do you keep on the move when you're not in Slab City, or do you have regular spots that you frequent? I usually just stay on the move, but I just recently bought some property, and I might be just posted up out here for the summer. So my channel, I mean, it'll be still nomadic because I'm still going to go on adventures. I can't just stay still. But I'm also going to be featuring my land, which I am affectionately naming Nomad's Nest. I hope that they're... Shout out to any nomads out there. If you want to come check out my land, you're welcome to. No hard drugs, please. But, you know, if you need a spot to just take a breath that you're not going to get thrown off of, like, I want to make this a spot that nomads could show up and just chill. So bring your tents, bring your homes, do your thing. I know you were wise and you picked and chose who you hung out with. Yeah, I did. I think that who you surround yourself with is going to make or break you no matter what you do in life. I don't care if you're working in a cubicle or you're, you know, a traveler or whatever. Doesn't matter what you're doing in life. If you surround yourself with shitty people, you're going to become a shitty person. And if you surround yourself with good people, you're going to become a good person. And sometimes it's pretty easy to find good people, isn't it? Like, we know what we like and how we like to be treated. It's not difficult. The problem is, do you think that you're a good person? And if you don't think that you are, maybe you won't seek those people out. But if you know, I think most of us deep down know our intentions are what they are. You know, I think my intentions are good most of the time, so I think I'm a good person, and so I seek those people out. But you got to think you're a good person to find those people, don't you? Hey Dan, hey Nemo, how you guys doing? If you guys haven't followed Nemo's channel, he's a friend of mine from Slab City, but he's not in Slabs right now. He's also a nomad. He's traveling. He just got back from Hawaii. He travels very different than me. He puts his thumb in the wind, whereas I like to have a vehicle because that's my freedom, and his freedom is his thumb. So check his channel out. He's good people. He's like the Caucasian Jesus, but nicer, you know. It's awesome having places you know are friendly. Always makes my life easier for me. Yeah, anyone's welcome. You know, just show up with your best intentions, and you can stop by my land. You can hit me up on Facebook. My Facebook name is Zig Sehorn. That's SEHORN. Or go to Instagram and it's Babylonian Zig. Babylonian _ Zig, something like that. I don't know. And let me know. Let me know what your plan is if you need to stop by. I trust you, I just don't trust the little devil inside your mind. Carlitos TV, did you change your name, bro? Aw, I like that name too, Carlitos. Like little Carlos. Little pequeño. Oh, that's some good weed. But I am running kind of low. I think since I'm so close to Colorado, I'm gonna have to go over there and get some more flour because I'm running low. I probably got, you know, I could probably make this last the rest of the day. I've got some dabs too, but I'm always gonna be a hardcore flour smoker, yo. I like my flour. I'll never let it go. Some people like their dabs or their concentrates. Hey, what's up, Mac? Welcome to the chat. Anyone that didn't catch the premiere for my adventure to New Mexico, it's just posted, so when I'm done with the live stream, go check it out, man. It's following my adventure leaving Slabs and crossing New Mexico, or I'm sorry, crossing Arizona, and then crossing New Mexico, and then arriving at my RV to find out that it's to find out what condition it's in. So one second. Sorry, it's Mother's Day, guys. It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Oh man, it's Sunday, and this is actually the first year. My mom just passed away, so this is the first year I've had a Mother's Day where I couldn't call her. So that's interesting. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. It's refreshing to see all those still extended to others. Yeah, you know what? You know, like, kindness isn't hard. It just takes a little bit of effort, but that's it. That's it. That's all it takes. Effort. How the fuck hard is that? And I know that it's easy to get jaded in life because in a lot of ways I am jaded, but it just takes a little bit of effort to just be kind to each other. You know, I got a little bit of effort. I could do that. Please don't forget to smash that like button, y'all. Yeah, Dan's right. Dan's right. The arch was awesome. Greg, I like that spot. I would love to go back there. There was a lot of backpackers in the area, so maybe I could like park my rig and backpack. I live with the guns and swords open carry every day as part of my warrior path and the Sikhism I'm preparing to be nomadic soon. That's rad, dude. Not every state can you open carry. I'm assuming, you know, you're talking about with firearms, but a lot of states you can. You know, and I'm all support of open carrying, concealed carrying, being armed, and protecting yourself. I'll, not to get too political, but I think that being able to protect yourself is important, you know, and guns are the ultimate equalizer. Like, if you have a 5 foot, you know, 90-pound woman and a guy my size, I'm going to overpower her. I'm going to be able to, no matter what, unless she has some, like, extensive training. I'm just bigger and I could. But if we're both armed, like, we're equals. It doesn't matter what size you are, it just matters where you put the bullets. So guns are the ultimate equalizer. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Always flowers, can't dab. Hugs, Zig. Yeah, dabs are rough on me too. I cough my ass off. But every once in a while, you know, if I take a small dab, I can handle it. And they are pretty stony. It's a different high though, right? Like, dabs are a different high for me. I don't know about you guys, but flower and dabs give me two different stony feelings. And I prefer flower. I don't know, it's more of a head change. Whereas dabs is like my whole ass body. I don't know. It's like taking a Xanax. Or a muscle relaxer. So, how hot is it here? Let's take a look. It is 70 degrees in May. So, I left slabs in shorts and flip-flops and sweating my ass off, pushing 100 degrees. And now I'm in 70 degrees and I have to wear a coat and I'm in boots right now. I'm going to be trying to live off my motorcycle with a hot tent. That's badass, dude. I've actually thought about doing the motorcycle thing too, because I do have my motorcycle license, and you know, I thought about doing like a motorcycle with a motorcycle trailer and all my camping gear in the back. And I have dogs, so it makes it a little more of a challenge. Not to say impossible, but challenging. So I don't travel like that, but I have considered it. I have traveled with a motorcycle on the back of my RV. I've had two different motorcycles on the back of my RV. Little 250. One was a dual sport, one was a crotch rocket. I still have the crotch rocket actually, but it doesn't run anymore. Hey buddy, hey, what's up, Birch? How you doing, Kindle? Miss you, dude. Kindle's a good friend of mine, you guys. In fact, years ago, my dog Zag was stolen from me from Cougar Hot Springs, and my sad ass was so devastated that someone took my dog Zag, and it was Kindle, sup Birch, right there in the chat, who helped get my dog back, who did all the social media stuff because I was just, you know, mentally not able to. And I got Zag back. Right now she's at home, but I have Miles right here. You can see him sleeping in the laundry basket. Hi, Miles. How are you, you little good boy? You little good boy. So I have learned with this little fucking puppy that oh, no, yeah, you didn't steal her. You found her. My dog was stolen. Kendall helped find her. Is that what I said? I'm smoking weed. I don't know, and pants only have shorts. I guess I have to break down and buy pants. Maybe we'll a little nicer in June. You know, it's not too bad, but it'll still be chilly at nighttime. You might want to get a couple pairs of pants. Yeah, Yeah, I can't leave Miles at home, I found out, because when I leave him at home, he's gonna just get into trouble. Like, and he's chewed up a phone cord or two already, and he's eaten for 10 minutes yesterday and came back in, and he had already made a mess. With a motorcycle trailer, it's 7 foot by 12 foot. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're talking about like a. I was thinking about one of those trailers that you hook onto your motorcycle, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, you can have a little motorcycle trailer that you pull behind your bike and keep all your camping gear in that. This is great. How's my signal, you guys? Because I'm roaming right now. I don't know. How good am I choppy? Is it clear? Brady says hi. What's up, Brady? Long time no see, man. I'll have to swing by next time I'm in Central Oregon, which it's actually been a while since I have been up in that area. It's blurry. That's probably why I'm getting low view count, so that's okay. Hey, handsome 5x5. How you doing, Ann? I'm choppy and pixelated. You're choppy and pixelated. Little blurry. What's my story life-wise? Well, I was born on a cold January morning, January 21st, 1984. Now you can probably hack all of my accounts that you have my birthday. Anyways, I don't know. Am I back? Yeah, just those. Well, if this tells me anything, I need to get that Starlink. Then I could just die smoking weed on my property. Graduated in '88. I was 4. I was 4 years old in 1988, but I do kind of remember the '80s. I remember the mullet I grew in the early '90s. I started high school in '84. I graduated high school in '02. I would expect that my signal will keep going in and out, but I'm gonna try to stick around as long as I can. And Miles to get a little contact high. I can't wait to see how WeBoost works out there, if it does or not. Yeah, born in '87, graduated in '88. I can't. Yeah, Mac, when you bring that thing, I'm curious too. And I don't think it would be very useful since it's RV, right? Like it doesn't work outside your RV, so I just need to get Starlink or something. What's up, bro? Good to have you here, man. Like, sorry if I'm pixelated. Obviously my signal is pretty bad today. Over it. Anyways, I don't think this is gonna work, so I'm gonna go ahead and log off. Oh wait, here we go. Is land cheap in New Mexico? Yeah. Double take, Jake. I got my land. I make owner financing monthly payments, and it was $300 down, $75 a month. That's all I pay for my spot, so it's pretty cheap. Total of like $2,000. You know, it's pretty affordable for. I make under $1,000 a month, so you know and I have land, so it's doable for pretty much anybody. You just I went on to, if you look on landwatch.com, like that's where I found mine, and you can find some pretty nice stuff, and you can look through the filters and hit owner financing, and it'll bring up places. You don't even need a credit check, so if you struggle with your credit or whatever like that, because credit's bullshit, you can find owner financing options and find yourself a little spot of land almost anywhere. Most of the time it's just off-grid stuff. You're not going to have a whole lot on it, but they do have owner financing options for places that aren't built to code, so you can't get a bank loan for that spot because banks won't loan you money for a house that's not built to code. So you can go on to this spot and get owner financing options, and if you can afford a little bit higher payments than me, you might be able to get a spot with a little shack built on it too, or a nice shack on it. You never know. There is not water on my land, no, but there are some community wells nearby where you can buy a membership for it. I just recently, like yesterday, talked to a neighbor, and there's a well down the road. There's one right near my community, but it's part of an HOA, and I don't have access to that no matter what, unless I live on that road, which I don't. But there is another one a little bit farther down the road, and it's $250 for the membership, and that's for the life, right? You pay one time flat rate, $250, and then they meter your water, so it's like 3 cents a gallon or something, which is jump in action at some point when I can afford it. But right now, I'm kind of focused on my money going towards electricity on my spot and fixing my solar and maybe a generator. I have a generator that a neighbor gave me that I need to take to a small engine repair spot. Uh, but, it is what it is. How can folks come visit? So if you hit me up on Facebook or if you hit me up on Instagram, I'd be happy to give you the GPS coordinates. My Facebook is Zig Sehorn, Sehorn, and my Instagram is Babylonian Zig, Babylonian_Zig. Babylonian as in like Babylon, right? Like Babylonian. Babylon, the reason that term is used by slabbers and by the hippie community is because human beings used to be nomadic, right? Like, it's part of our natural evolutionary cycle. For hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, we were nomadic. We followed the food. We picked up camp and we followed where the food was going because the food was nomadic and they would migrate, so we did too. And then we discovered how to do agriculture and husbandry, and we could all of a sudden breed our food and grow our food, and we didn't need to follow our food anymore. We could just make our own. And then that was when we stopped living out of tune with our environment. Like, no longer are we surviving off the land. The land is now at our whims. We get to do what we want with it, and now we can have more humans than we're supposed to have, and we don't have to be nomadic. And we've only been doing this for about 4,000 years. We have been nomadic for hundreds of thousands of years until about 4,000 years ago, and we stopped being nomadic, right? Like, we just were like, nope, I'm gonna stay here in this spot for the rest of my life because I can grow my own food and I don't need to hunt. And I think that's probably why we have so many mental health conditions in our planet these days that probably didn't exist before, is because we're not living the way we evolved to live, right? Like, this is not a natural cycle for human beings to stay in one spot your whole life. It's not supposed to happen. You're supposed to move with the seasons. The seasons are the world telling you it's time to move somewhere else and go somewhere else and follow the food, and we should be still, I think. Is there shops nearby? Yeah, there is a town within about 45 minutes away is Towson, and if you go to 45 minutes in a different direction, you're in a different town, and like, there's, pretty much any direction, about 45 minutes is your closest Walmarts and shops. Yo, just got done watching your tragic video. Thanks for watching it, man. Like, I know that it ended, I know it had like a negative tone and a sad ending, like that's the way that tone ended. But I really did enjoy my trip here, and it was a lot of fun filming that adventure and editing that adventure. I got to see some really cool spots. I took some roads I hadn't been on before, like the road less traveled or whatever. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with that, and I've got like this whole area around me within, I could drive a long ways in a day and do some more adventuring. So just because I'm here at my property, which I have named Nomad's Nest, just because I'm at my property does not mean that I can't go on adventures and feature some of the badass stuff around here, and maybe even feature my community in my area, because I plan on doing some neat builds on my property. You can build however you want where I'm at. You can build however you want, just like slabs. There's no building code enforcement, right? Like, there's so many shantytown shacks and nice earth ships built around me, people living in school buses, people living in RVs. Like, it's very slab-esque, but everyone owns Instagram as soon as I'm done with my live stream. What's up? Hey, slab, that's right there in chat, y'all. That's Thomas Audette. That's Smiling Jack from Slab City. He's I've got his ugly ass mug in a couple of my videos. Did I travel with G.I. Mary Jane? And if so, how is she? I did travel with Mary Jane. Her and I were seeing each other, but I haven't talked to her in forever because we don't see each other anymore. I decided, she was. I don't want to talk too much shit, but she was just an abusive partner, so she's not a part of my life anymore. I almost locked my keys in my car today. Dude, I almost did that the other day. Actually, I did that the day I was leaving Slabs. I locked my keys in my truck, but thankfully the back window here was open. So I had a broom, and I was unlocking my door with a broom going through the back door. I know you've been busy. Have you been able to get some pictures of my land? I'm just curious what it looks like. I have not yet. Yeah, it's been crazy windy here too, back. I've just been sheltered up in my trailer because even right now the wind here is actually pretty. It's like 60 miles an hour, maybe 50. But yeah, I don't know how much longer it's supposed to be windy for, but I'm gonna. I'll have to check it. I gotta check out Caveman Spot too. So to make sure his stuff is still there, he asked me to check on it. New CV joint axle coming Wednesday, and then I need tires and a tune-up. Man, I do not envy you. I always dread mechanical issues in my vehicles because it's always a bit of a nightmare. Stresses me out because my dad was a mechanic and he taught me nothing about being a mechanic. Caveman, how is he? Caveman's good. Yeah, as far as I know, he's doing well. Hopefully he'll be in this area in a month or so, and I want to try to convince him to do his own YouTube channel. He should. I've had to replace my CB axle before. Right on Slabs is pretty windy today and hot too, huh? It's like having a hairdryer on your face down there. If y'all, that's Mad Mac in my comments. If you guys are interested in another perspective of Slab City, he's got a channel and a lot more followers than I have. So check his channel out as well. There was also Nemo Nas in the chat earlier, and he's an old school slabber too, and he's not in Slabs right now. He's traveling. He just got back from Hawaii, and now he's got his thumb in the wind. He's a hitchhiker, and he's just started his channel. So Mad Mac is gonna be a neighbor. Maybe, I don't know. That maybe not. We'll have to see. Hopeland, California. Hopeland, whatever. Hopland, does that mean they grow hops there? Is there a lot of hops? You know what I should have brought with me is a freaking soda. Yeah, there's actually a few Slab City residents or slabbers who are gonna be summering in this area. This is kind of starting, it seems, to become a Slab City summer spot. Mountain Dew. Oh, you're grossing me out, bro. Like, I used to like Mountain Dew, and they came out with that flaming hot bullshit. That was weird. It was an interesting flavor to it. Like, it had that weird bite at the end. But if you look at the ingredients of it, there's nothing in there. Like, there's no cayenne pepper. There's no peppers of any kind. Nothing. I didn't see anything in there that resembled a pepper or a spicy food whatsoever. So that had me a little concerned. So I actually ended up giving that to Kevin, the bottle kid Kevin, the one that stole my truck. The video you released earlier already got 100 views. I know views are important, but I don't see your number dropping, just going up. Yeah, that would be rad, right? I want my views to go up, but if they don't, it's whatever. I just got a bit entertained by seeing that live stream from Slab City News, saying that my views are going to drop when I left, and maybe he's right. I don't know. I don't care. Because I'm doing this because the video editing lets me be creative, and that's why I enjoy it. I get to pick music and kind of add a tone to it and share cool stories, so it's fun. Just did a couple vids about the Oakland Zoo. It's cool to see the animals. Yeah, y'all want to see the Oakland Zoo? Go check out Nemo Nas's YouTube channel. He's a national hitchhiker. Mad Mac, our Sikhism's welcome in Slab City. The Bottle Kids look sus. Bottle Kids are that was a whole skit. The Bottle Kids they're good kids. They really are good kids. They're one of them made the honor roll for the last 2 semesters in a row. They're just a bunch of kids in the Slabs that wanted to go smash bottles, so I filmed them doing it, and we made that video, and it was a lot of fun. And don't you remember when you were a kid and you went and smashed bottles? Hell, even as an adult, it's fun to go smash bottles, right? Isn't it? Like, I don't know, the sound of glass breaking is sometimes pretty fucking satisfying. But no, I mean, but those kids they're fun. How that all started, the Bottle Kids video, was these Slab City, like these YouTubers. They weren't Slab City YouTubers, but these YouTubers came to Slab City, and these kids have been in Slabs a long time. So during range night, they sell burgers right there for everyone in at the range, and the kids always spange everybody at the range, and everybody, you know, all the slabbers, they know these kids, and the kids are always asking, can I have $1? Can I have $1? So they can get a burger. And they went and asked these people YouTubing these, they were live streaming, and these YouTube live streamers or whatever, they acted all fucking weird about it. So the kids just like gave them a show basically, and just hounded them for $1. And in the chat for those streamers, everyone was calling the kids Bottle Kids and Zombie Kids, and of course these kids went and looked up what Bottle Kids were, and if you don't know, the Bottle Kids it's kind of a nod to the Trailer Park Boys, a Canadian TV show, and there's Bottle Kids in that show that would just go around throwing bottles at people, and that was their whole gig. So the kids saw this and they were impressionable, and one of them the next day threw a bottle at one of the camps in Slabs, and there was kind of a little bit of drama about it. So anyways, I pulled the kids aside and I'm like, okay, you guys want to go smash bottles? Like, don't throw it at people's homes. We'll go out somewhere secluded and we'll smash bottles and we'll make a video about it, and it'll be a hell of a lot of fun. And that's what we did. And I mean, most of that filming, if you just watch it, was them walking through town collecting bottles and then throwing them up against a wall. There was a couple of other clips of them doing other things, but that was pretty much the whole video. I had like 3 hours of video of just them walking through town. I had to edit through. 27 people in the chat. How about giving Zig a thumbs up? Yeah, if you want to give me a thumbs up. I know some people use their thumbs up thing to like save music and stuff, but you know, it all beats the YouTube algorithms. All these chats, all the like buttons, even dislike. If you don't like what I'm talking about, hit dislike. I don't give a shit, because it gives my channel activity, right? And it beats the YouTube algorithms. So, you know, happy to have you guys here. And I'm halfway, like I'm almost monetized. I've almost got my 1,000 subscribers, right? And once I have 1,000 subscribers, you're not monetized yet. Just because you have 1,000 subscribers does not mean you're monetized. You need 1,000 subscribers, and you need 4,000 hours of watch time within the last year. So I'm about halfway on the watch hours, right? Because I've just started. I don't have a whole lot of content out. Even the videos I have done have been pretty short, so I can keep your attention. But the last one I did was just probably the longest video I've done so far, aside from the interview video. But nevertheless, I'm halfway for watch hours, so I know I'm gonna get it eventually. It won't be a problem, because I am getting plenty of views, and I'm getting likes, and I'm getting watch hours done. I just need to make more content, so I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, look at this dog. There's this boxer. That's like my favorite breed of dog. Oh, where'd he go? There. Oh, stick your head back out the window, bro. Oh, not bad. That's gross. 25-mile-an-hour winds in Colorado. Yeah, it's really, really windy here too. I'm in northern Arizona. In fact, I can almost spit on Colorado. Like, it's a pretty short drive to the border. And yeah, it's windy here too. You know, there's not a whole lot of windbreak out here in the high desert, so it gets pretty windy. And I guess they say it's supposed to stay windy here for the next few days. You know, not the first windstorm I've been in. But it really is beautiful here. I got some great mountain views. I do astral photography as well. I take pictures of the Milky Way and the stars and stuff, so I can see the Milky Way here with my naked eye. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing some photos of that and throwing up some cool videos. I don't know if you know Roger Gaines from the chat rooms, but he stopped by and said hello yesterday at the Ponderosa. It's nice seeing him. That's cool. I'm not sure I am familiar with that name, but maybe I should be. I'm not, honestly, doesn't ring a bell. Maybe I should feel guilty about that. But it is always cool to, like, I don't know. I started getting recognized around town, around slabs. People in the stores like, oh, I follow your channel, which I don't know, that's pretty cool. Um, but it was weird too. Like, I'm not that big of a deal, I guess. I'm just some fucking dude with a cell phone, right? And I like to edit stuff and smoke weed. Right now, there's a bunch of fires near me, right? So like the woods here is like all closed down because of the fires. Like, all the camp spots are shut down, um, and with the wind, it's not really good news for the fires because that, like, you know, fuels fire, right? They just legalized weed here, right? But I'm still not sure about just smoking weed in my truck in a parking lot. I'm not sure how people will respond to that. It's not like Oregon. It's been legal there for fucking ever. Here, it's like just became legal. So people are like, maybe there's some people still mad about it. Hello, this is Big James from Arkansas. How you doing? What's up, Big James? Arkansas is such a cool fucking place. Um, State Rock in Arkansas is the Diamond. They have Diamond State Park. I've always wanted to go to. I've been wanting to go to that state park for so long, and I've heard so many people say like, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal," but I don't care. I want to go there, and even if it's not a big deal, I want to check it out. But I've been through Arkansas before. I just didn't get to explore it, and quite honestly, like, the farther east you go, the harder and harder it becomes to nomad, especially with an RV. The West has so much more public land than the East Coast, and it makes it easier to find camp spots. You can camp on public land, BLM land, and National Forest land, and Army Corps Engineer for free for 2 weeks, unless otherwise posted. So it's really easy to nomad on the West Coast, but it's not as easy. The further east you get, it gets harder because there's so many people, right? Like, it's a much higher population on the East Coast. So, what's up? Cricket Kane. Cricket. Cricket. Like the game? That just reminds me of Ninja Turtles, like a scene out of the original Ninja Turtles movie with Casey Jones. Murfreesboro is a cool place. Is that where that state park is? Is that where you're at? Murfreesboro. That's a fucking mouthful. I used to live in a little town in North Carolina called Swansboro, and Emerald Isle. So I know the boroughs are kind of a common used out there on the East Coast. We don't have a whole lot of like borough named towns on the West. They'll let you bring a couple of buckets home with you to look through. Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. I just want to go dig in the fucking mud. And if I'm lucky enough to catch it after a rainstorm, that's like, I've heard, like, the perfect time to go. I've definitely done my research on it. I live not too far from there, near Fort Smith, Arkansas. Well, shit, maybe when I go check out that area. Hey, Nemo, you're from Arkansas. Biggie James, meet Nemo. Nemo, meet Biggie James. A couple of Arkansasians. Is that how you say it? What do you call yourself? Arkansasians? That's saucy. Saucians. Yep, got some neighbors up in the house. Man, I wish I had brought... Oh, I got water. I was about to say, I wish I had brought something to drink. And I did. You know, it's not very hot here, but it's still pretty dry. And you still gotta remember to hydrate. Like, it's not quite like slabs because the heat there will just suck the water right out of you because you're sweating. But here it's dry, so you still gotta hydrate. It'll still suck the water out of you, just not as fast. I'm about an hour and a half from Emerald Isle. Fuck yeah, dude. That's where I graduated high school. Those were my beach bum days. And straight up, like, man, like, if there's ever a time in my life I could repeat, it would be being homeless on the beach in North Carolina in Emerald Isle. And I used to, like, thumb it down to Myrtle Beach all the time to party. Cheers. We'll take a toke with you. We have medical marijuana here finally. Hell yeah, Arkansas. Medical. Finally opened up a medical market. That's cool. Why are you in Arizona? I'm not, actually. I'm in New Mexico. And I own property here in New Mexico. So I just got back to my property. Just discovered that my RV was broken into and a whole bunch of stuff was stolen and damaged. And so I've got a lot of repairs to do before I bounce. But it doesn't mean I can't adventure. Um, I can still adventure. I'll just be sleeping in the back of my pickup instead of in the RV, which is it's fine. I've traveled in the back of the truck for a while now. But I'm not in Arizona. I'm in New Mexico. I just traveled through Arizona to get here. Roswell is goofy. I'll have to check Roswell out. I'll have to do some alien themed thing. Oh shit,
It's 420, bitches.
it's 420. That's my 420 alarm. I might have accidentally said Northern Arizona. I meant Northern New Mexico. I smoke weed, and it kind of looks similar, right? Like, Flagstaff ain't even that far away. I could probably make it there in half a day. Yeah, an hour early. Yeah, not here. I'm in a different time zone, bro. It's 420 here. So, it's 420 somewhere, and currently, it's right here where I'm at. And pro tip about 420 that a lot of people didn't know. Um, 420 lasts for 10 minutes. And in the month of April, 420 lasts for 10 days. Because you have 420, and then you have 421, and then you have 422, and then you have 423. So it's like sequels, like Rocky movies, right? They had like Rocky 9. Well, you have 429. Like, it lasts for 10 minutes. You got this. You got time. Even if you didn't know you don't have a joint rolled or a bowl packed, you got 10 minutes, bro. Take your time. It's 6:20 here, which means you're on the East Coast, right? Like, yeah, 4, 5, 6. Are you smoking indica, sativa, and what's your favorite strain? I prefer indicas because I have enough anxiety. I don't need my weed to give me anxiety. But every once in a while, I'll do me a good indica. My favorite strain is anything cookies. Girl Scout cookies has been my go-to for a long time, and I like strains with a lot of citrusy flavor in it, right? And that terpene is called limonene, and if I can get that citrusy, yummy ass. Oh, I love that weed. I like that wedding cake you had. Yeah, wedding cake is like this year up in Northern California and Southern Oregon, where a lot of the weed for the West Coast is grown. Wedding cake seemed to be the only thing that everyone grew because it was super super popular, and it's good weed. Don't get me wrong, and it's citrusy like I like. But for some reason, that Girl Scout cookie, man, it's always got me. I've always liked that. That's the stony feeling I've gotten from that. Tell us about the weed in Colorado stuff better than Cali. Yeah, it's definitely better than Cali, except, like, here's what I'll say about the Colorado market. You have a wider range of quality of your cannabis, right? So you can get really, really, really top shelf weed in Colorado, or you can get the bottom of the barrel weed in Colorado where you're having to actually pick out your seeds and stuff, and it's not high quality. So your market is got a big wide spectrum of weed you can get, whereas in California your spectrum is smaller. Your top shelf and your bottom shelf really aren't that much dissimilar. Plus California's market has much higher taxes, um, in fact, if I had lived in California when they voted on their laws, I would have absolutely said no to that law. I would have voted it down. I would have tried to, even though I'm a big proponent of it. The reason being is because they tax the weed there. It's like almost 50%, or right about 50%. And in like the states of like Oregon and Colorado, the money from cannabis taxes is earmarked already by law to go to specific programs, right? Whether that be law enforcement or drug and addiction services or homeless or roads. And in California, it's just all their taxes go straight into a slush fund, a big slush fund, and the politicians decide where that money goes. So not the voters. And people just saw legal weed on their ballot and they were like, hell yeah, I want legal weed. And who doesn't? Like, I don't blame them. But dig a little deeper about where your tax money's going, because that's really what it's all about, right? If they're going to legalize it, they're going to tax it, and then you still have control over where that goes. So there's my rant. I can sometimes get a little bit political, and I don't want this channel to be political. But man, the weed laws are bullshit. Colorado weed is fire, but it can be dry. Purple Gorilla from Cali. Owner growers are really controlled by the government. We only have 8 for the whole state, unlike Oklahoma, which is 3,800. growers. Yeah, it's like that in Washington State too, where Washington limits the amount of permits that they give out for growers. And in Washington too, they kind of fucked up and just gave it to nothing but white people. They didn't get a whole lot of minority communities involved in the growing of cannabis, which is also bullshit since the war on drugs was primarily enforced on minority communities. Now it's white people that are benefiting from the market, and it is what it is. I can still get a quarter for $25 with my med card. Fucking A. I have not gotten my med card, which I probably should. I easily could, because I have mental health. I suffer from PTSD from deploying to Iraq, and I just never have. Because typically I look for a dispensary that has a veteran discount, and it's about the same as a tax rate, so I almost don't have to pay the taxes anyways. The only difference is I can carry more weed and grow more weed. But I'm nomadic, and I mean, I can carry whatever fucking I want, like weed or whatever. Like, I've never had much of a problem with that. And I'm not growing weed right now because, I'm on the road most of the time, so I can grow 12 plants. Dude, you can put it on a rotating schedule too and have weed all year long. Wish I can get a quarter for 25. Well, how much does it cost where you're at, Dan? I was getting, the market in Slab City, I was getting $60 ounces of decent weed and like $80 for great weed. So, the black market's alive and well, and I don't call it the black market. I like to call it the free market, but it's not exactly free when you can still go to jail for it, is it? We used to pay way more back in the day. Yeah, no kidding. When I was growing up out there in Emerald Isle, I was selling weed, and I would sell an ounce a day. And I was selling ounces. I'm selling quarters for $100. I was getting my ounce for $300. I would quarter it out, and I would make $400 off it. So I had $100 in profit of either I could smoke it, sell it, and that's how I fucking survived. At 17 years old, just hustling weed on the island. The cheapest and only dispensary in Fort Smith is $40 an eighth plus tax. Yeah, it's a little pricey, man. I know it gets more expensive the further east you go, though. Cheaper if I get an onion. Yeah, $115-ish an ounce in Ohio. That's not terrible. Like, it's a little high for out here, but I remember, yeah, it was like $300 an ounce where I was growing, where I was at North Carolina. Like, easily. That card will make it hard to buy a new gun. Yeah, it can, if you're honest. And that's the trick, isn't it? Like, this actually went to the state Supreme Court in California because a woman on there put that she smoked cannabis, but she should still be able to buy a gun. It went all the way to state Supreme Court, and then they lost, right? So on the form, when you're buying a gun and doing a background check, the federal form, one of the questions is, specifically says, do you use illegal drugs? And in parentheses it says cannabis included. So you just got to check no, and I've never had a problem. But there's definitely ways around that. There's states like Arizona, you can buy a gun off of a table in quartzsite. You can go to a gun show and buy one. There's ways to get guns without background checks that are completely legal. You're legally allowed to own a gun, and you can get them without background checks. It's possible, so don't trip on that too much. They occasionally have a quarter, but hardly renowned. Greetings from northern Michigan. Burning one and barbecuing. True. Dude, I want to go to northern Michigan. I want to go to the UP. I don't know, Vlad, if that's where you're at the UP, but I've been in Michigan before, but I've never been to the UP. So that's like on my bucket list, honestly. If you ever had the money, you would buy it. Hard to find most of the time. 100 an ounce for the bottom shelf specials. That's rec, though. Yeah, I try to stick to the rec markets because it should be recreationally legal too. A lot of states just have a medical market, and it should be both. Straight up, it should be both. So, and it should be like that nationwide. So I try to stick to the rec market just to support the rec market. Maybe that's my excuse for not going to the doctor to get my med card. I don't know. The UP is awesome, bro. Go to Keweenaw Peninsula. Keweenaw? I'm definitely fucking that word up. That's got to be like a Native American Keweenaw Peninsula. That's gotta be Native American name. The penalties for possessing on some federal property is horrifying, really. Yeah, it's true. It's literally horrifying. Literally horrifying. They could take away your freedom even though you haven't created a victim. They could destroy your whole life if they want to. And then they can use imminent, or they could use, what's it called, where they can just take your property and say, like, hey, you had drugs, we get to take your truck, your house, and all your shit. Like, we're gonna ruin you. And they could, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's bullshit. You don't have to register your gun in Colorado. Yeah, I don't think I would ever live in a state where you had to register your gun. Like, I'm never gonna become a resident of California. I don't care how often I go to Slab City. Cold North Michigan. That's why you gotta go there in August or September. I bet you fall there is really beautiful though. Hey, what's up, Aaron? I gotta catch up on comments. Y'all are speedy through this. Lost at 40 says Bigfoot is up there. Dude, I feel like we would have caught him on film now. Everyone's got a camera in their pocket. Where's all the footage of Bigfoot now that we have high definition cameras in our pockets? It was better underground when no one cared almost. I bet y'all got a pound of CBD weed for 180 bucks. Oh, dudes, that's CBD weed is just like diet weed, isn't it? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I know it's another cannabinoid and it has different properties. And you would love Alaska. Vlad, I've been to Alaska, actually. I went to Anchorage, though. I didn't really get to explore the entire state because it's enormous. But I would love to go back and see more of it. When I was in the military, I was a recruiter, and... hold on one second.
Green apple chili pinon pie.
Green apple chili pinion pie.
Yes, I just brought you a sample to try.
Okay, I've got a sample of green apple pinion. I'm sitting outside of a restaurant. And they just brought me munchies, dude. This is like, what in the fuck? Green apple chili, or green chili apple, green chili, comma, apple, comma, pinion pie. And the pinion from this is from pinion pine trees. They put pinion nuts in it, so I'm curious. Anchorage sucks. Good food, though. Anchorage was pretty cool. I mean, it probably does suck compared to the rest of Alaska, because what I saw of it was fucking beautiful. And there was that glacier nearby, and I went and hiked that with like no gear or anything. I really should have been on that show, I Shouldn't Be Alive, but I was a recruiter in the Army, and they sent us up there for conference, and conference meant that you did like 2 hours of a PowerPoint presentation, then you just went and fucked off for the rest of the day and drank while they paid you for it. Alright, it's got pine tree nuts in this. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. That was great timing. I just finished that bowl. Right after 420. Free food, yay. They may eat their dead Bigfoot, can't find them. Maybe. There'd be bones, they're just eating the bones too. Alright, then where's their poop, bro? Where's their poop? I mean, everything poops. Where's the Bigfoot waste? Take a picture of that with your high definition camera. Broke my shoulder, CBD makes it all better. That's badass. I mean, we're living our first time in history where people actually get to use this as medicine without the stigma that it used to have, so. Should have said, hey, Wave, you're on YouTube. Yeah, she knew she was on YouTube. That's my friend Tala. She traveled here with me, actually. And she just got a job here, and she was bringing me the sample. I'm actually sitting outside the Chili Line Depot. That's the name of this restaurant, the Chili Line Depot. It's pretty good. Real Bigfoot put bury their shit. Yeah, Bigfoot's more environmentally conscious of their waste than human beings are. That would not surprise me though. Human beings will just shit anywhere. Bigfoot buries the shit. Just walking around with a poop shovel, like some van lifer without a van. I'm just doing the PCT. Here's my poop shovel. That's funny. Where's their poop? In the woods. I walked into that one. That was too easy. I have pics somewhere on Old Thumb Drive. Yeah, me too. I have pics on Old Thumb Drive of me getting abducted. It was pretty cool. Smart, maybe from space or live mostly underground. The hollow Earth theory. Yeah, the Earth is hollow. That's not even a fucking theory. We know the Earth is a sponge, and in that sponge is a lot of water and underground rivers, and you know, for miles and miles underneath us, everywhere is just of caverns and holes and lakes and rivers. So maybe there is life down there. I don't understand unless there's some sort of energy source. Since our energy source up here is the sun, maybe they have to have some sort of heat, maybe closer to the core of the earth in that Goldilocks zone, just like us from the sun. We have a Goldilocks zone. Maybe there is life in that area, but they need to have energy of some kind, some sort of energy source, like an underground volcano in the I bet you there probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. We have family underground. We have family underground. What was that show? Or not show, there was a movie where these like people that went underground in these caves found these human like creatures that have evolved there for a while, and they had like, since there was no sunlight down there, they were all blind, but they had like, they could hear you, right? Because like a bat like had sonar. It was a pretty interesting movie. It was like a horror movie. All hail the glow cloud. You will worship the glow cloud. You will. Stay away from the dog park. Do not look at the dog park. A lot of you won't understand that reference. Some of you might. That was fucking great pie, by the way. Oh my god. It had a little pepper spice flavor to it. It literally had pine tree nuts in it. Pinyon pine tree nuts. And chilies and apples. That was fucking great. I don't really like hot fruit or hot plants. And thankfully that wasn't hot. That was fucking good. It had a good fucking bite to it at the end. The Morlocks? Was that the name of that movie? I feel like it was like The Cave or In the Depths or something weird like that. Cavern. I don't know. It was a horror movie that I think they even had a sequel, but I don't really do horror movies because I don't want my entertainment to stress me the fuck out, dude. Like, I have enough stress in my life. Like, I do that to myself. I don't need help. The Cave, that might have been it. That could have been it for sure. Yeah. So apparently this restaurant I'm sitting outside of, everything's homemade. They have fudge and brownies and cupcakes that they make homemade every single day. Even the meat here, if you get a burger, they raised the beef. If you get some pork here, they raised the pig. They slaughtered the pig. If you get chicken here, they raised the chicken. And they sell their animals out of this restaurant. So I'm actually quite impressed with it. And since I'm going to be here for a while, I've been thinking in my head, I've only been here a couple nights so far, but I'm thinking in my head, maybe they'd let me do a video for them, right? Like make a video for their restaurant, give them a free commercial, some free advertising. Because I watched this video on YouTube recently of this guy that has a very, very successful YouTube channel. And he said the best thing you can do with your craft, and if your craft is filming, is give people that gift. And I could do that, for people. I could give them the gift of my craft. And my craft is, I'm so much of an amateur right now. I'm not, I'm not a professional or anything. It's just, I'm just a dude with a cell phone. But I could still, these are old ass people. They're in their like 70s, it looks like. So I'm sure they have no idea how to do any of that stuff. And so maybe that'd be cool. I could do a little commercial for them because they're in literally a one-horse town. There's a one light, flashing light over here, and one way is a stop and one way is a yellow. So that's it. That's the town. And then this restaurant. This is the only business here. This is it. And no, I'm not in northern Arizona, dude. I'm in northern New Mexico, out here at Nomad's Nest. Escape from New York. Remember people living in sewers, banging on Yeah, I remember that movie. Snake Brisket. I remember when he surfed out of town. That was ridiculous. Um, but yeah, the people living underground. They did on Demolition Man too, right? Like all the people living underground. I'm looking at the menu right now. Yeah, dude, their menu's pretty good. Cell phone YouTubers unite. That's what's up, man. I'm just a dude with a cell phone. I seen this dude that, in fact, if you guys, when you get off the live stream with me, and you get over, no, I don't still smoke cigarettes, bro. Nope. Mm-mm. When you get off the live stream with me, if you go down to my channel and watch my latest video, after you're done with that, I just met this YouTuber, this very successful YouTuber in Slabs right before I left. And his channel is called Destination Adventure. And he just did a really, really good video on Slab City. He's been doing this for a long time. He's got 106,000 subscribers or something like that. And I got to meet him, and he's got this big flashy camera and shit, with a nice expensive lens. It's probably a $5,000 lens. And I mean, he is successful, and he did it professionally. He did videography professionally before he did YouTube. Where I'm just a dude with a cell phone and a little bit of drive. This guy, like, I wish I could have picked his brain longer, but I did pick his brain about his YouTube for a good while, and he was happy to answer my questions. It was cool. But he just did a really cool video about Slab City in kind of a positive light, like I try to do too. So it was really refreshing to see that. I thought that's what you said. Well, those ending reservations, you can get $28 a carton with tax. That's cool. I'll have to find out. I know that there's a cheap spot near me that has some pretty cheap smokes and it's reservation land. I might be rolling my cigarettes soon because I got these ones from Mexico before I left Slab City. Did I meet Alien Underhill Slabs? Yeah, I know who Alien is. He doesn't have that camp anymore. He just gave his camp to someone else. Saw that video from Destination Adventure Best. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I got to meet him while he was in town, and he did some of his video had some B-roll on it of our camp, right, of Ponderosa, California Ponderosa. So while he was there, I just started hanging out with him. Well, hey man, this time is real. Yeah, I know right where you're at. Yeah, man, I just like gave up where the restaurant was, so that's where the restaurant is. My land is kind of in this vicinity, more or less. I got Miles in the back seat. I can't leave him at home. I can't, because he'll just destroy shit. So I gotta bring him with me to make sure he stays out of trouble. Damn, I got 29 people on the live stream, man. I'm happy to see y'all here. If you haven't seen that video from Destination Adventure, be sure to check it out after you check out my latest video, because I just posted my video about my nomad adventure here and finding out about my RV. Dude, have you seen Tiger? A bunch of slabbers, myself included, and I have not. What do I find that on? Would I find that on? I could probably just download it, but like Hulu or YouTube or Tiger. I do remember seeing Cornelius, and if you go watch that movie, The Bad Batch, it was on YouTube for a long time with Jason Momoa and Keanu Reeves and Jim Carrey. There was a couple of cool close-up shots of Cornelius sitting there, so that was kind of cool to see. I roll mine when I'm here. I have an electric roller, and I can roll a pack in less than 10 minutes. The power roll on Amazon is the best electronic machine. That's cool, man. I'll probably end up hand rolling mine. I might do the tube thing. I'm not sure yet. Waiting on WWE Wrestling Edge is on it. I haven't watched WWE in a very long time, since I was in middle school, maybe back when Undertaker and Kane were arguing about their parents and like lighting gravestones on fire, headstones or whatever. That was when I watched it, back when it was WWF. I think I showed it to you when I saw it last year. Yeah, man, I've seen those electronic rolling machines before. Yeah, man. Some of them, like, I remember someone else had an electronic rolling machine. They had to grind up their tobacco super fine, otherwise it would jam up. Did you go to the Handlebar at the Slabs? Yeah, I've been all over the Slabs, man. I've been going to Slabs for 8 years. So, yeah, I've been all over the place there. Wrestling. It's real, man. It's real. I swear to God, it's so real. And then dude falls off of that fucking platform and dies, Bret Hart or whatever. And they were like, this is not scripted. This is not scripted. Like, yeah. but it's real. Yeah, I got these smokes in Mexico because I can get 2 cartons for $15. It's just a bit of a hassle to cross the border. Tiger is on Tubi. Where is Pirate Camp in the slabs? It's there's a pirate bar now. The Red Rum Room. It's on Google Maps actually. Red Rum Room. And if you're driving through town and you see the tree with the red lights in it and there's music blasting from it, you found the pirate camp. Not powerful, but the new one I got, I didn't like it. Burned up in the wash. Yeah, the original pirate camp did burn up in the wash. The original pirate camp was behind the eco village, and it burned up one summer, and so it was moved, and now they have a whole bar. Where's Zag? Zag is at home, guarding my RV with her buddy. She's got a pit bull that she's hanging out with, so they're inside the RV chilling and guarding the house. And I got Miles with me because he's a little terrorist and chews on everything like he's doing right now. What are you chewing on? Stop that. I got you a chew toy right here, bro. You just ignore it and chew on other things because you're a dickhead. Here, chew on this. You chew on that. Good boy. What's my favorite bar in the slabs? Well, I suppose I don't really drink, to be honest with you. Like, I get drunk maybe twice a year, and I'm very social about it. So when I go out to the bars, it's really just to be social and hang out and maybe smoke some joints. And I've known Pirate Rob for a very, very long time, so that's probably my favorite bar to go to. Get cig tubes and pack it with a pencil? You could, man. You could do that. Just like you pack a fucking joint. I'm working on my RV right now. Hell yeah. What's wrong with your RV? What's your feelings on the guy who rammed Community Causes place? My feelings are that's really fucked up. Like, you're destroying someone's home. I don't know, what feelings are there to have about that besides that's fucked up, and that's a weird question. Honestly, like, why would that be acceptable to go to someone's house and just destroy it? Like, dude, that's not slab justice. You're not even in slabs. Your stuff is out of slabs. That's just Babylonian bullshit. You're taking no risks. You're coming into our community, you're destroying someone's home, and you're leaving. Like, you're a child. You're a grown-ass child. Dude calls himself a Marine, but he's a pussy. Like, straight up. He's a fucking coward. The end. That's how else could you feel about that? How would you feel about someone going to your house and destroying it, or your neighbor's house, your community member's house? Like, that's how I feel about it. Don't fucking come into our fucking town destroying shit. It's wrong. Gonna hit the roads looking for property to buy. Fuck yeah, dude. I just got some property too. Grow your own food. Yeah, I should grow my own food. There's this thing that I've been looking into called a nomad garden. And that means I can like plant everything before I bounce and I leave and I come back, and it'll all be waiting for me ready for harvest. So I need to find things that naturally grow in this environment and will propagate in this environment. This isn't a great growing environment because there's not a lot of water, right? Like, I'm on a high desert, I'm on top of a mesa. So, it's pretty dry, but that doesn't mean that there isn't things I can grow. There prickly pear I can grow, and some succulents, and there is some things I can grow that are useful. God be with you. Lake Mead is low as ever. Yeah, no, I used to go to Lake Mead every spring and fall on my way to slabs, and every year it's just a little bit lower and a little bit lower, but it's a great spot to post up because there's a free dump station there, there's free water there, there's bathrooms there, and I have the National Parks Pass because I'm a disabled vet. So it's free for me to drive on to. Grow your own weed, bro. Yeah, I really should. It's just I'm also nomadic, so it's hard to grow weed, and like, if you're doing light depth and pulling tarp and stuff, you gotta fucking be there every day, every single day. So, it can be a thing. It's an 88 Mini Winnie with 44,000 original miles. Runs perfect after I put a fuel filter on it. It was sitting for 23 years and I got out to sell it. Guts to sell it to me. Hell yeah, dude. Mini Winnies are kind of badass. Those are like good sized Class B, or not Class B, but Class C RVs. You fit into a most parking spots. That's fucking cool. How many feet did you say it was? It's oh, you didn't say how many feet it was. I'm looking for 20, 30 acres, but I'm looking for where it's not too cold in the winter. I want trees and I want water near my land. Yeah, that's a big ask, isn't it? To find somewhere with trees and water and not too cold. Like, I don't know. I don't know where that would be. Everywhere with those things is cold in the winter, unfortunately. Good day, dude. Glad to have you here. I'll be checking my Insta. It's 21 feet total. That's a good size. That's a pretty good size for sure. I had a 40-foot diesel pusher, and man, that thing was a monster, and it made it hard for me to like adventure like I wanted to. And before I had that, I had my minivan. I was able to go out in the woods, and like now with my 40-foot diesel pusher, I couldn't. Now I got the truck and the travel trailer, so I could drop my trailer and go on adventures. But let's see, I got comments to catch up on. Y'all are fast. Rain barrels and gutter systems. Cricket cane. I'm off to Netflix and land later. Human shapes. Bye, Nemo. My driver's a 36-footer 99 model. Hell yeah, dude. You traveling in that? Yeah, see ya, Mike. Good chatting with you guys. It has a ladder and a roof rack. And a 7.5 liter. Man, that's a monster on gas, isn't it? That's going to be so expensive to travel in. Zig, what's up? Good to see you made it safe. What's up, Sam? I did make it finally. I just posted my video about my traveling through Arizona and leaving slabs and miles traveling for the first time and seeing a city for the first time and seeing the woods for the first time. Yeah, it was a pretty cool video. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed editing it and filming it. Got to see some really beautiful spots. Got to see Ethel, this giant whale made of plastic in Santa Fe. Almost 20-inch in clearance. That'll be good for going off-road doing stuff, for sure. I got high centered in my RV one time, so depending on your wheelbase, you might something to think about too. We are stationary at the moment. We don't own our land. That's okay. Are you I'm assuming you're working on owning your land or something. It was a really cool video. Really enjoyed it. Thanks, Sam. I had a lot of fun filming that, actually. It was kind of. I know that video ended in like a negative tone, and it is what it is. But the overall, I had a lot of fun on that journey, and I had a lot of fun filming that video. So I didn't have the ending I hoped I had. Now I just got to rebuild. And it sucks. It sucks to have to deal with thievery. Like I said in the video, I've never had to deal with that in slabs, nothing like that. So, it is what it is. There's thievery everywhere. It just goes to show slabs is not unique in that perspective. But I feel that my stuff would have been safer there than here, because I have left my stuff there before and never had an issue. So I got the V10 in my Bounder. I couldn't afford the diesel. Yeah, those V10s, I couldn't afford the gas, bro. My diesel, I actually got lucky with that. It was owner financed, $10,000, an 86 Holiday Rambler, and I was like 12 miles to the gallon on diesel, and it had a giant tank, so if I filled it up, I can make it from Oregon to Denver, like 1,500 miles on one gas tank. So that was cool. So who owns East Jesus? It's an art collective. East Jesus is owned by an art collective. They do own their land, but there's no one owner. It's a non-profit, I believe, that owns that spit of land, and they have a rotating art collective that goes through there and works on it and updates the art and does new art. So need to find a car dolly. Think of trading my car in for a cheaper truck. Dude, yeah, flat tow is the way to go. I did the car dolly thing, and I've done the flat tow thing, and I'd recommend flat towing 10 times out of 10. It's just much easier to get your vehicle on and off. You just unhook it from the trailer. It's just a trailer, right? And you just unhook it from your RV and you're done. You're ready to go. With a car dolly, like, I don't know. It's another step. You got the fucking ratchets that you got to hold the tires on and pull it up on and back up. It's a pain in the ass, dude. It really is. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff to catch up with here. Holiday Rambler is a damn good brand, isn't it, dude? Holiday Rambler makes quality shit. Like the cabinets in my RV, like any other RV I had, I could put a thumbtack into the wood and it was fine. But no, not in that one. Like I was bending thumbtacks because they used wood. Like it was very, very high quality RV, but the motor blew up on me, so you know, it is what it is. Good morning from the Philippines. Holy shit. What's up, Ken? Welcome to my channel from the States. Are you from the Philippines? Cheers, man. That's great. I'm reaching so far away. Are you going to your property now? I'm already here. I'm here. I'm at my property. I'm not like on it right now. It's like a little bit that way, but I've made it. Is Salvation Mountain owned by an art collective? No, Salvation Mountain is not owned by anybody. They're squatters too. The county has deemed it an art. What is it? A historical art heritage thing, historical heart. You know, it's protected land, but they're still squatters, and the Salvation Mountain nonprofit has been trying to buy that land for a while, but they still have not bought it. The government wants them to make an asphalted parking lot for everyone, and they want them to jump through all these hoops, so they haven't quite done anything yet, and everything with the government is super slow anyways, so East Jesus has the backing of a bunch of people from LA, because that's where all the artists are coming from, whereas Salvation Mountain has the backing of a bunch of slabbers. That's why East Jesus there's some separation between them and Slab City. But, you know, Salvation Mountain isn't owned by anyone. When I head east, I'll hit you up and stop by. Cool, man. I'll be here. Congratulations on your property. That's awesome. Yeah, thanks. I got my property last year, and then I went to Slabs and left my RV here, and it got broken into and a bunch of shit stolen. So I gotta rebuild now. You're back sick. Don't smoke in my RV. That's good. Makes everything stink, doesn't it? Just smoke grass in it. Bring the phone with you. You got this. I got 30 people in the live stream right now. Gotcha. I might buy a cheap lot there as a place to store some stuff. You know, I wouldn't store anything of value because, like I said, my shit just got broken into, and they fucked up my door and stole they stole my generator, my propane tanks off my RV. They cut the lines on my batteries and stole my batteries. And then some other sentimental stuff. They stole some tools. Like, oh, fucking assholes. People are terrible. People suck. But it is what it is. I'll rebuild. Yeah, shipping container might be safe. There is a dude out here that has 2 shipping containers. I guess they tried to break into the shipping containers at some point, but they didn't succeed. So, I mean, there's ways to make things more secure. But if somebody wants to get into anything, they can. Like, nothing is going to be foolproof. But I guess the more layers of security or deterrence. There's a guy here that had his stuff broken into. I just recently found out, and he had cameras up, and he posted pictures of the dude, and I think they scooped him up. So I don't think I'll get my stuff back because, you know, that shit's long gone. Yeah, get insurance. Yeah, that's always a good idea too. Oh man, it is. Let's see, what's the temperature outside? It's still 70 degrees. 70 degrees at 4 o'clock. Let's see, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a pretty good temperature. Dude, I thought about booby traps. I really did. I was like, man, I can put grass over a pit and make them fall into it with spikes and shit where they're just laying there and fucking hurt. That'd be sweet. Or like rig my door up so when they open it, they get blasted with a shotgun. Fucking explain that. It's like 50 there. That is pretty cold for me during the day. That's cold. You said you were in Michigan, I think. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be going there until August, September. You probably have like 2 good months of being in that area before it's like too damn cold for me. The highs for the temp here on average, about 85 degrees in the summer. Oh, Connecticut. Nice. Yeah, Connecticut. All right. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty cold there too. Up there in New England. I've been through Connecticut. I used to have this ex from Maine that would call it Connecticut. Connecticut. That's not how you say it. accents are weird. You know, you go to England or the UK, and you can go like 3 hours up the road and find a completely different accent. But you get here in the States, you gotta drive like 2 days to find a completely different accent. Um, yeah, it's pretty interesting how accents work in different regions. Pathetic it, that's funny. You don't like where you're at? Why are you there? You're not a tree. Go somewhere else. If you were a tree, I can understand it. But they talk about growing roots somewhere. Like, that's that's just a metaphor. You don't actually have roots. You can pick up and leave. And that's why I travel, I think. If I don't like where I'm at, I'm like, all right, I'll just go somewhere else and bring my whole goddamn house with me. Can't stop me. Let's do it. I've been to places where I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I'm like, wow, this actually sucks a lot. So I took off. Um, you served in the Army or Navy? I served in the Army. I was in the Army from 2007 to 2014, and I was in the infantry, and I deployed to Iraq in 2010, 2011, and then when I got back in 2011, and like 4 months later in 2012, I went back to the Middle East, and I went to Oman, and we trained the Omani army over there, and then I came back and I, got out a few years later, and then tried doing the like the cubicle thing. I worked at the employment department in Oregon as a vet rep. I was a regional veteran employer representative for the state of Oregon, and I did that for a couple years and was fucking miserable. And the last time I remembered really being happy, I was a beach bum in North Carolina in Emerald Isle, and my only cares in the world were hustling up enough money to survive for the day. But I was content, right? And I didn't have a lot of stress. And then fast forward to when I'm getting out of the Army and I've got this job and I'm wearing a suit and tie to work every day. I was miserable and I was surrounded by stuff, and I had done all the things that society said you're supposed to do, right? I got married and I bought a house and I got a college education, but then I deployed to Iraq, and then I came home and she had cheated on me and took all my money, and I was living in this big 3-bedroom empty house, and I just honestly couldn't figure out why I was doing it. Like, why I was doing that treadmill and going nowhere. So I sold everything I owned, and I hit the road, and I haven't. That was 8 years ago. I thought that I'd only do it for honestly thought I was going to do this for a year or two, and then I was going to be done, and I was going to go back into Babylon and get back into an apartment and start over. But this is 8 years later. I don't know how to stop, man. There's so much I still haven't seen, and like even in the States, and I've been to all 50 states, and there's still so much I haven't seen. I couldn't imagine, I don't know. I couldn't imagine stopping, because then I'll be done seeing things. And there's so much to see. There's so many cultures to experience, and food to try, and things to go. I don't know. I can't stay put anymore. I don't know how. You're not a tree, you're a leaf. I leave on excursions, backpacking trips, couple more years I can leave. Yeah, we all try to get our adventures in somehow, don't we? I know there's always some sort of anchor. There's always going to be an anchor. There's always going to be, oh, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next year. And maybe those anchors are, important. And I'm not shaming anchors, because some of them are like kids and whatnot are very important. But there's always going to be some. Just my 2 cents. Hey, thanks, Jake. I appreciate that. I love that way of thinking. If you don't like it there, grab your loved ones and your stuff and go find somewhere you like. Yeah, exactly. You're not a tree. Just pick up and go. The hamster wheel, I call it Groundhog Day. You know what? Cricket, I've had this analogy so many times, not Groundhog's Day, but similar, I've told people my favorite part about traveling is that every day is a bit different, right? There's always something new every day. And when I was in Babylon and working that cubicle and put my tie on every morning, every day was exactly the same. And it was the hamster wheel, the grind, the treadmill, whatever you want to call it. And it's just, I'm not built for that. I think, but then I went to Iraq, and I think that my perspective changed on what was important and what's, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Acquiring all this wealth and stuff and things doesn't matter. I want to spend my money on experiences. I want to go places. I want to try things. I don't want to hoard my wealth and then maybe I'll be able to buy something expensive one day. I want my money to go towards memories, right? And that's just me. Some people are very happy with a materialistic life and having nice things and hoarding that wealth, and that's fine. If that's what brings you contentment and you're happy in that lifestyle, more power to you. I just couldn't do it myself. I couldn't. I tried. I really did. And I was making close to 100 grand a year when I left. I put in a month's notice. I didn't give him 2 weeks. I gave him a month. And I mean, I knew I wasn't built for it. After Iraq, I just couldn't understand the fucking point anymore, because we are so vulnerable. We're human beings. We're just little sacks of bones and meat and blood, and we're vulnerable. And this is your one shot, maybe. Maybe. I don't know how many shots we have here on Earth, but as far as I know, this might be my one shot. So I'm gonna live it the fuck up. You know, I'm gonna do as much as I can with my life, and if that's what brings me contentment, I'm gonna keep doing it. And so far it has. So I need someone to go on a 2-week canoe trip in Utah in the end of the summer, mostly moving water with Class 1 rapids, super easy stuff. Yeah, we can chat, man. I'm not here alone. I've got other, my land and people on there that I gotta look out for too. But I'm happy in the woods and the mountains. Me too. I like the woods. I like the mountains, and I'll spend the summer there, and then I start missing the desert, and because the desert's beautiful too, believe it or not. Even with all that dystopian death kind of thing, like the desert's really beautiful, especially at nighttime. You get the entire sky. I agree. I definitely do not hoard wealth. I mean, I'll hoard a little bit in order, like now I've got to hoard my wealth in order to get a new generator. I got to replace my generator. I need power, so I'm gonna hoard a little bit of wealth to get a little thing, but it's just not to the extent I was before. Not near. I want my life to be simple, peaceful, and enriching experiences, and that's it. Those three things. I want my life to be simple and peaceful and have enriching experiences, and I think that's my three goals. And that's it. I don't think that's very complicated. It doesn't make you have to work very hard for it, because it just takes effort. It just takes a little bit of effort to have those things, right? Like, that's it. And tomorrow isn't promised to do something that has value to you. This is getting a bit personal for me, because I'm, kind of private with some things, but I had a heart attack at 32 years old, and I had heart surgery, and you're right, tomorrow's not promised. And I think it hit me when my last meal, if I had died, would have been a microwave burrito with cheese on it. Like, even inmates get a better fucking last meal than that. So I don't know why that just struck a chord in my brain. Not guns though, I just need to get by. Yeah, you don't have to have guns if you don't want to. Rocks are good. I like rocks. I actually have a pretty good rock collection, and I like my shinies. I want those same three things. I think that a lot of people can agree to that, honestly, is that you just want peaceful, simple, and enriching life, right? I think that's pretty much what everybody wants. Hey Zig, hope you're well. Sorry to hear you talking about your stuff being taken. Yeah, that fucking sucks, dude. Having my shit jacked. I know thievery is a thing everywhere, it really is, but that sucks, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot I can do about it except just rebuild and replace, but that's what I'm gonna do. But it's still a bummer. My youngest graduates next year, and I'm off to do what I want and need to do, which is to go. Yeah, do it. Fucking go. Hop in your car. Don't have a plan. Just go. Hit up national parks. That's how I started traveling. I went and got the national parks pass. If you're not disabled, it's $80. If you're disabled, it's free for life. Go hit national parks. That's where I started. I just went from national park to national park, and then I started realizing, like, wow, there's a lot more to see in between national parks. And I started doing that. And, I just turned my life into an adventure. But it woke you up, Zig. Yeah. I feel like the heart attack woke me up, and Iraq. I think those two things were like, was it a gourmet burrito? No. It was pretty good, but it wasn't no fucking last meal burrito type shit. Thieves suck. I got ketchup on some chats here. Do you have editor? Your vids are really good, especially the Bump Bay Beach area. Yeah, I do. I edit my videos, and add music and, you know, some flair to it. Put a little love and energy into my videos because it's fun. I'm not a very, I don't draw, I don't paint, I'm not that artistic, but I get to be creative when I do these video edits and the filming. And straight up, like, I do everything on my phone. The whole thing, everything. The filming, the editing, everything. It's completely on my phone. The only video I've done the editing on a computer was the roundtable discussion with all the slabbers talking about why they're there and stuff. I did that on Cause's computer because his software was a bit better set up for what we needed to do. But everything else has been done completely on my phone, and it's not as easy because on a computer that software is really intuitive on what you need, and on the phone the software I use, everything's pretty manual. But it does have some good benefits on the software I use on my phone. But yeah, the whole thing, it's just on my phone. It's filming, the editing, and so I could take it anywhere. I can keep doing this. I could take this anywhere, and I've got a really good camera on my phone. I have the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, and it has a 108 megapixel camera. It takes video in 8K, and the software I use can't even handle that. I have to take the videos in 4K in order for it to be able to do the editing. So yeah, just a cell phone and a little bit of energy and a little bit of effort, and I've got my YouTube channel going. And I got like, what, 700 and something subscribers, so that's fucking rad, dude. Like, I never expected to get a following. I just thought I was having fun, really. Oh, I got so many comments to catch up on. I'm sorry, guys. I just get on these rants. Storage unit at times is good. Yeah, I might have to do some storage unit stuff. We'll see. I'm looking at the Appalachian Trail. I'm doing the Appalachian Trail next year. I actually have a couple friends of mine that have done the Appalachian Trail. And, yeah, I think I would consider doing that, except the Army made carrying a backpack and walking through the woods like not very much fun. So maybe I could reframe it and try it again. They're expensive, but replacing gear is very... Yeah, I'm replacing my gear right now, dude. I get it. So I don't need the Jenny. The RV has a brand new Jenny with 26 hours. The one in the storage is an inverted fireman with 150 hours on it. Call you later, see what if I can get a hold. That'd be sweet, dude. I'll talk to you later. Awesome editing skills, nice flow on your videos. You know what, McVie? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is amateur shit. I have no formal training. I've just I don't know. I just enjoy it, and I can kind of figure it out. And I know that there's some professional people doing YouTube stuff, making a killing. And I don't know if I'll ever make a killing doing this on my cell phone, but I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that you guys are enjoying my videos. Yeah, James, I don't think the wind is going to stop here either. It's pretty... They said that we were supposed to get 100... I heard at the store we're going to get 100 hours of wind. That's how they count the wind out here, by hours. You have a talent with these vids, and editing is definitely your thing. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was my thing until I started doing this. And I think that the fact that so many of you are enjoying it is it's fueling me a little bit. Cool, people are enjoying it. People are enjoying my craft, and I'm kind of stoked on that. I didn't know that would happen. I didn't know I was going to get people that enjoyed it so much. I don't use my gen set either. I'm plugged in. I'm not a genius. That's not true. You guys are so nice. Your editing is top notch. Go through North Dakota. North Dakota's pretty sweet. I've been through North Dakota. I got friends up there too, actually. I got Adobe Pro. I can email you the installer. My nephew gave it to me. He has an IT. I feel like I have a hacked copy of Adobe Pro. I think it was a 2019 version of it, but I haven't actually used it because I don't have power right now. I can't even plug in my laptop, so I got to do everything on my phone. Right now I'm charging all my stuff while I'm doing this, running my engine, live streaming, charging my batteries, so that way I can, have power there. But none of my batteries charge my laptop, so my laptop's dead in the water until I get my power. You're just a spring chicken, 62 here. Hell yeah, 62 and still young. You know what, dude? You can outlive us all. All of you guys could. 66 cool and flooding. And you're natural for sure. Thanks, guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't take compliments very well, but I appreciate you guys are enjoying my videos. Just use them and move right out. Keeping a unit around is spendy. Oh, Mac took a nap. I bet it's hotter than shit right there, isn't it? We enjoy it because you're chill. I try to be chill. I really do try to be pretty mellow. You know, this helps quite a bit. And quite honestly, like, with my background, I've seen extreme violence before, and I've seen what human beings are capable of, and if I never have to see violence again for the rest of my life, that'd be fine. I'd be fine with that. Human beings are yin and yang, you know, and I've seen both sides of the extremes from human beings, and I know which side I want to pick, and that's the chill side, the peaceful side. The violent side, I've had enough of. I've had a lifetime of experiences with it, and I hope that our country never breaks out in war and nobody here has to experience that, because it's not natural. It's not natural. People say war is a human condition. I don't see how that could be possible. It's a little warm today, but not too bad. But I don't have a swamp cooler on. Violence is never the answer, and you know, and that's partially true. Cricket, it can be the answer though, right? Like, unfortunately, like, if I never have to be violent again, I'll be happy. But there are definitely appropriate times to be violent. We literally stopped the Nazis with violence, because sometimes it's going to take violence to stop the dude with the big stick and who's oppressing you. And unfortunately, violence can be the answer, but I don't think it should be the first answer. I think that there needs to be steps in place before that. But at the same time, like, give no shit, take no shit. I'll never have to be violent again unless somebody gives me a reason to. And if they give me a reason to, then I'll have to be violent. But otherwise, like, I'm going to be fine. Like, I'm not going to be violent. You don't seem to have the thing with rejection that many slabber YouTube folks have. I don't know. The thing with rejection, I don't know what that means, but I guess I rejected society. Society didn't reject me. And there's a lot of slabbers in Slab City that feel exactly the same way. They're just fine. They could do Babylon if they wanted to. Like, I could go back into Babylon. I've got a college education. I'm not destitute, and I'm not helpless, and I'm not hopeless, but I don't want to be a part of that. I was, and it was not fulfilling, and I was miserable. And so, yeah, some people are in slabs because society rejected them, and it made them bitter and jaded towards society. And I don't hate society. I just don't get it. I don't fit in. I don't understand. And there are some people who do, and that's fine. It's not gonna be something I can ever understand again, you know. My son came home from the Marine Corps realizing the same thing. I feel like a lot of us post 9/11 veterans feel the same way, honestly. Like, I think that we have that shared experience, so we realize, like, how much it doesn't matter. We're a little floating on this little blue dot, you know, like, helpless on our little island. And I don't know. You're not missing out on anything over here in Babylon. There's some creature comforts I'm missing out on. Let's be real. Like, a shower every single day. That's a nice creature comfort. You know, like, climate controlled homes. That's a nice creature comfort I'm missing out on. There's some good things about Babylon that I do miss. You know what I miss? I miss video games. I miss being able to just sit there and just, like, veg out and play video games for 3 days, because I have nothing fucking better to do, and I have enough electricity to do that and internet to do that, and I do miss that. Yeah, doing laundry. That's another thing, that doing laundry as often as I can. Sometimes going to a laundromat's a pain in the ass and it costs money, so you got to do laundry in a river or at home in a bucket. So, you know. How far am I from Sepulpa? I have no idea. I don't know. Violence is the option only after all else has failed. Yeah, I think that you're allowed to be violent to protect yourself, right? Like, I would be violent to protect myself for my circle, or even a stranger if I'm protected. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't even hesitate. I feel like, and this is not something I'm speaking off the cuff of, because Slab City has its moments, and I have had to get involved in violent situations, and yeah, you have to protect people. You have to, if it's something you can do. If it's something you can do, you have a responsibility to do it, which is, I think, why I joined the army and why I joined the infantry, was because I could, and not everybody can. And I thought that I was doing it for my neighbors and my country and stuff, but I could do it, so I did it. And I think that's a responsibility we have as people who are willing and capable of being violent. Have a responsibility to use that appropriately and responsibly. So yeah, there's my perspective on violence. My electric bill was $650 one month this winter. That's gross. That is so expensive. Fucking Christ. I need to get some solar, bro. Although I'm not quite sure how the cloud cover is there. You're not, Cricket, you're not wrong. Like, it's really nice to start this conversation by saying violence is not the answer, because that is a great sentiment to have. It really should be an option, but it's not a great option. It really isn't. Like, if that's what we're resorting to, there's been a breakdown of humanity in that situation, and on everyone's part. And sometimes it's only on one person's part, but there still is a breakdown of humanity. And it does happen. But I think deep down, most people want the best for themselves and the people around them. I think that's true. I think human beings, the individual, wants that. And the group, maybe not so much, because the group is a herd mentality and mob mentality, and it's easy to get caught up in that. But 420 in California. Fucking A. Yeah, I'm gonna be on live stream for maybe another 10 minutes or so. Be sure to check out my my latest video, my destination adventure here to my property in New Mexico, in northern New Mexico. I have named my property, and it's called Nomad's Nest, and I would like to do a video on that and feature it next. Be sure to check out my latest video, though. I'd really appreciate it. It's not very long, and if you want to, there's a new video recently posted about slabs from the YouTube channel Destination Adventure, and I highly recommend it. I posted it in my community page. I would definitely check it out, because that dude, I actually got to chat with him while he was there, and he gave slabs a really good, he put slabs in a really good view, because you can edit it and make it look however you like, and he did a good job on it, so I appreciated that. Bonging it, just like the Matrix, some people are still hooked in, will defend it. Yeah, and that's okay. I feel like if that, like I said, if being in the Matrix makes them content, if being in Babylon makes them content, let them have that. Don't ruin their contentment, because that's all we're looking for, every one of us. 420-ish, yeah, it's 420. It was 420 an hour ago, and I got the live stream for that, and I guess I've been on here an hour, so I'm live streaming two 420s, one here and now in Cali. Oh, hey, Darren, what's up? That's wisdom, an old man way older than you that's seen things. Thanks, Mia. I hope I can pass a little bit of wisdom on. I can just share my perspective, and I don't know if you don't have to agree with it, but that's mine. That's my view on life, on some things. Thanks for the live stream, Zig. I'm going to park my travel trailer on Nomad's Nest. Do it. You're welcome here. My only requirement is that you leave the hard drugs behind, and you just got to be able to take care of yourself. That's not my job to take care of you. I've been in that situation before, but you're welcome to have a spot to put your stuff. That's cool. That's what I'm hoping that my land will be. Some have managed to free themselves. Yeah, some have, and I don't know if that makes our lives easier or harder, but I'm definitely more content. I could tell you that much. 7-minute window. Weed only. Yeah, I like my weed, and I like hallucinogens are fine. I just, I'm not really a hard drug kind of guy. I don't really have any addictions aside from cigarettes and a good meal. um, so if you can contribute to my life being simple, peaceful, and enriching, I want you around me. So I think that's a good ask. I want people to bring those three things, and I'll bring those three things, and we could have those three things together. I'm a quadriplegic, only can smoke and eat. Damn, Darren. I mean, I don't want to get too personal, but is that a new experience or is that an old one? Like, have you been like that for a long time, or is that kind of a new development? I couldn't imagine. Um, yeah, man, like, my heart goes out to you quite a bit. Yeah, weed and nasty cigarettes yeah, they are fucking nasty, aren't they? 4 years. Was it an accident? That's fucking awful, bro. Like, I hope that you have a mechanism in place for you to be able to put weed in your mouth and light a bowl or a joint or a dab pen. I hope that's an option to you. I imagine, like, do you have like adaptive equipment to help you have an enriching life? Like, that's wow. Yeah, my heart goes out to you very much, Darren, because I know that I've got some back injuries from being in the Army, and it's hobbled me. I walked with a cane for 8 months, and I was really, really scared about if my independence, and my freedom is really precious to me. And in a situation like that, I feel like I'd be really depressed and wondering how, to even have a life. I don't know. I imagine that's something that you've experienced with your injuries. I mean, mine was just a back injury, and I was still mobile. So I empathize with you, I guess, is the best thing I can say. Like, there's nothing I can say that can't fix your spine. I wish I could, but I can definitely empathize with the emotions that you have to go through. So I hope you're getting help, and I hope you are seeking mental help too, because if you're feeling and this goes for everybody, if you're feeling on the outside how you're feeling on the inside, wouldn't you go to a doctor? Like, if it was pain, not mental pain but physical pain, wouldn't you would go to a doctor? So if you're experiencing that, everyone out there, go get therapy. There's no shame in it. Like, it's just a doctor. There's nothing wrong with it. Go get help. I drive now again, and I hold only in my mouth, put lighter in my shoulder, push button on no working fingers, just arms and wrists. I rolled over, crushed my neck and head and shoulders. That's fucking terrible, bro. But it looks like you're able to text and stuff, and you're getting some independence, dude, that you're driving. That's amazing. That's the coolest fucking, 2022 is a weird time to be alive. Like, we have the technology that you and I can stay connected, and you're, quad, and I'm not, but we can still have a conversation from halfway across the country, and you can still be connected to humanity. So I'm glad that you're here, and you get to be a little connected to humanity with me. Like, that's great. I hope that you can live a little vicariously through me in my travels. I'd be happy to be part of that with you. Like, that's cool. My bad. That freaked me out as much as it freaked you guys out. McVee saying what's up to Nemo. Again, guys, if you haven't checked out Nemo's channel, be sure to do that. He's been in slabs as long as me, or I think actually longer, a year or so longer than me. And he's also a nomad who hitchhikes around the country. So he's just started his channel, and he could use the followers. Molly's also a slabber. What's up, Molly? We saw your tonsils. Yeah, my bad. And now you know I have tonsils, and I never got my tonsils taken out. So now you know. I'll try not to do that ever again, but I probably will. Thanks, dude. I watch your videos and smoke with you a lot, dude. I'm so happy. What's your Darren? What's your favorite strain? Like, I'm curious with your injuries, since I imagine the body high isn't a thing for you. So, what's the favorite strain for quad? Like, what is it that you look for in cannabis? Because I like the body high that I get too. So, um, can you play video games? Oh, I'd be so curious. Can you manage that? That's a lot of fine motor skills too, but I bet there's some video games you'd have to be able to play them somehow. Hey Nino, you made it. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, it is Mother's Day. Sunday fun day, Mother's Day. So for all you mothers out there, like, big shout out. I just lost my mother a few months ago, so this is the first Mother's Day I've had where I can't just be calling her and wish her happy Mother's Day. But I do have to call my grandmother. I should probably do that. So yeah, this is a new Mother's Day for me. So all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Happy to have y'all here. Hello, here. I hear you on the back thing. Old injury me currently moving in Tortuga mode. Yeah, I'm in Tortuga mode. I'm gonna start calling it that, turtle mode. Cheezel. I'm in pain all the time. I don't do the heavy pills. I just like the marijuana because of my past addiction problems. Yeah, Mac, you do have a good limp to you. Mac had a back injury too and had surgery done, and now I hope I'm not giving up too much personal stuff, but he's got pins and needles forever going down his legs. So he's got disabilities he's got to contend with as well. I think that's something that a lot of people have in common, is just physical injuries that we deal with. Everyone say hi to Nino. She made it in the house all the way from Canada. I've been busy with the kids and grandkids. I'm full of flowers. It's all good. Mac feel better? Yeah, I hope Mac does feel better one day, but I mean, it's been years and he's had that injury, so I think it might be a permanent thing, but he still gets around and he still, has a life. Life goes on, and we got to deal with our injuries and our mental health issues the best we can. What are you doing, Miles? You guys, what's up from Boston? What's up, PS? Y'all are catching me at the tail end of my live stream. Maybe I'll go for another hour. Because now I got 40 people in here. I wasn't expecting that, but thanks, Molly. 27 years ago. No, that's that would be cool, Molly. My mama, we had a contentious relationship over the years, but she was still my mom. So let's talk. Yep, I was in a car accident, broke my neck. I couldn't walk for a year. It changed me for sure. Damn, a lot of us are all hobbled up, right? Spinal injuries are no joke, dude. They really aren't. Middle of Georgia. What's up? That's where I went to basic training, Hillard. Actually went to basic training with a guy with your last name, as a matter of fact. Good, I'm 30 miles away from Canada. Brr! Where at? Where you at? Out there in Canada. Bogan says hi, love the videos, glad to see you're doing well. What's up, Matt? Matt is an old friend of mine, you guys. From way back in the day. I was talking about being a beach bum just a little bit ago, and this is the dude that straight up kept me alive. Like, I would go a couple of days without eating because I was a really bad beach bum, and I would go, and he ran the arcade at the pier there, and I would go in there and be like, bro, is there any, like, can I do any chores for some nachos? And I would dust the ceiling fans and shit, and dude would hook me up with some nachos. So yeah, Matt's good people too. He's also a veteran, was in the Army as well. Hey, you guys want to go with me while I take Miles on a walk? He might have to go potty. No, he was a great beach bum. I was, man. I really was. I gotta give myself a little bit of credit, right? Like, That's where the name Zig comes from, actually. I had that name back then, except it's been shortened. It's been more like professional now than it was back then. But I've had that name for a real long time. So, man, I miss the pier, Matt. I really do. I miss all you guys. I miss those. Those are good times in my life. If I could ever repeat a time in my life, it would be being on that beach, and it was great, man. It was simple, just playing hacky sack every fucking day. Oh, those are my best memories. They really are. They really are my best memories that I've had so far in life. Is Bogey Inlet Fishing Pier, age 17, 18, 19, 20. Those were my faves so far. Let's see. I'm a Marine vet, 92, 98. Got spinal injuries as well. Well, yeah. I feel like fucking spinal injuries suck so fucking much. But it's okay that you're a Marine. I can still give you a shout out. Barnacle Bills was the place to be. Yeah, take your pupper out. My pups are watching. Dude, we'd all live it again. Wasn't it, Matt? Wasn't it a good time, dude? It really was. Like, I don't know. It was so simple back then, and the pier and the beach was just less governed. And I don't know. We got away with a lot of stupid shit that we should have gotten away with, huh? At least I did. That's where I learned how to hustle, bro. Like, that's where I learned how to do this life. That was like training. Really, like being a beach bum was training for what I do now. And mix that beach bum life with the army life, and I could travel forever. You sleep under the pier? Yes, many, many times I slept under that pier. And underneath the restaurant, I forget the name of the fucking restaurant, but there's a restaurant under there. You can climb over on the sand dunes and sleep under the restaurant and just pray that no opossums came out attacking you. Smack that like button. Yeah, I'm gonna take my pup out. Get the before he pees in my truck. My tie-dyed little puppy here. What's up, bro? Ready to go potty? Go for a little walk? Let me grab y'all and bring you with me. Okay, come on. Let's see. Flip this around. What's up? Let's go over here. Come on, Miles. Oh, I'm a bad filmer live, huh? I edit everything afterwards. Come on, dude. All of the Ponderosa, Mrs. Zag, and Miles. Of course they do. They're the best dogs ever, bro. They're the best ever. Dude, I'm right outside of this restaurant. I wonder if anyone's gonna give me weird looks. Because I'm totally setting up a tripod outside of my truck right now. Wanna go potty? That sucked. Okay, it's a little windy. But my screen didn't break. It fell right on the screen. How was that for you guys? This phone has Gorilla Glass, thankfully. Just face planted my entire audience. Go potty. What are you waiting for? I don't even know if Miles is going. Phone down, Semper Fi. Oh yeah, great live stream. Hey, you want to see my view though? Like, I know you guys can't quite see it with my camera currently as it is, but there's like mountains out there. They're beautiful. I'll get some good footage of it and throw it on my next video for sure. Semper Gumby, always flexible. Miles, if you could go potty and make this like excursion outside the truck not a waste of time, that'd be great. Oh, I miss Ponderosa too, guys. I came in as it fell. Well, welcome. Welcome to the face plant. That's what I'm gonna name this live stream later. The face plant. Come on, Miles. Come on. Just need to stretch your legs, huh? Maybe we both do. And this dog hasn't figured out how to get in and out of the truck on his own yet, so I'm gonna pick him up like that. Yeah, it's supposed to be potty time, Nino, but he's not fucking going. Teddy is Miles' brother. Yeah, they were litter mates. And they look completely different. They don't look anything like each other. Let's set this tripod back up. However, how the hell did I have this before? How did I have this? Maybe it was like that. Is that good enough? That's good enough, more or less. Yeah, and there's this old general store right here that's all closed down. It looks like something out of the 1920s. I got you. I got you. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Are you cold? Yeah, it is a little bit windy today. See you, Nemo. Yeah, Dale, it's windy today, so it's a little cold. My little pupper's cold here too. I didn't mean to face plant. The wind blew down the tripod, and as soon as it fell, I was like, "Oh no, my screen." I was wondering if it was gonna be cracked, but I got Gorilla Glass on this thing, so it didn't crack, thankfully. But that would have definitely sucked if it had. Like, I've gone through enough already this last week. I don't need my phone to break either. Come here, you want to sit on my lap? Let's go, come on. And I'm gonna roll the window down for this little terrorist dog. This little terrorist dog. Sorry, Dana. Yeah, I know it's pretty windy. My microphone picks all that shit up, so my bad. I probably should have just let Miles pee in the truck. Maybe I'll do that next time. He did pee on my floorboard. I got rubber mats, and he peed on that in my travels, and I had to like dump it out. Gross little dog. Hi, Nino. I am at my property in New Mexico. I'm actually right down the road from it, so I can get signal, because there's actually no signal at my land. So, hey, yeah, thanks, Jesus. Sorry to hear about your place. Yeah, it got broken into, and a bunch of my stuff got stolen, like my generator and the batteries for my solar. But they left my panels. They left my solar panels, but they cut the wires. They went to the battery and went to the inverter, and took the inverter and took the batteries and the generator and my propane tanks and some tools, and they busted the door. And that actually sucks a lot, because now my RV I can't travel with a busted ass door flopping in the wind. So, you know, I gotta rebuild. I almost did that putting on my shoes this morning and started to anyways. Yeah, I face planted a couple of times in my life. It's true. Just turn off the swamp cooler because the battery sucks in the motorhome. Gotta get those lithium ion batteries, dude. Hey Zig, what's up? Hey, what's up, Bruce? How you doing? Adele's down. Adele, did you see my latest video? Because if not, I totally gave you a shout out. Since I have someone who donated to me from down under, I had to give you a shout out. Miles, go look outside the window. Would you like a dog? Like a dog? Can you be a dog? Can you? Huh? Can you be a tie-dyed little dog somewhere else? No? You're gonna steal the show? You're gonna steal the show? So, I know where some of y'all are from, but where's everyone else from? Yeah, Mac, I've got the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. I know that's a mouthful for a phone. Mac has the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and they can take some really, really cool pictures of the stars and astral photography. So yeah, Mac, when you get in town, I will show you how to do that on your pro mode. Oh yeah, Paleo's in Colorado, which I'm actually like 20-30 minutes from the Colorado border. Okay, tomate, not yet. Just woke up this minute. Well, good morning. Well, good morning. It's like a whole nother time zone over there, isn't it? Like the sun's setting here, and it's coming up over there. Yeah. Crazy, bro. And it's a whole nother season, right? Like, you're coming into winter right now, and we're all coming into summer. Maybe that's a way to nomad. I'll just endless summer and go to the southern hemisphere from now on. I wonder how much a plane ticket to Australia is. Who wants to see me go to Australia? Maybe we can do a GoFundMe. Get Zig to Australia. I should look up the price of plane tickets to Australia. I wonder what the cost of living there is. Like, if I wanted to live it like on the cheap, right? Like, I wonder how that would work. It's not like I can bring my RV with me or my truck with me, so I'd have to find how to do that on the cheapest. But maybe you just do it out of a tent and a backpack, like some people do it here. Hope all is doing great. I'm on the East Coast at historic Harper's Ferry. I know where that's at. I've been there. I've been to Harper's Ferry in West Virginia. Adele Wall, what part of the world are you? Do you want to tell everyone, or do you want me to? I'll give you a hint. If you showed her your knife, she'd be like, that's not a knife. There's lots of ways on the cheap. That'd be cool. I hope so. I would love to check out Australia and New Zealand. Which, Adele, have you ever been to New Zealand before? Like, I know that's a whole nother country, but I know y'all are kind of neighbors. Oh, Tasmania. Don't they speak French there? Don't they speak French in Tasmania? Do you speak French? I know very little French. Like, I know how to say cat and butt and hello and how are you doing. That might be it. I've never been stateside. Well, Nino, I hope you can come down to the States and see it, because, I mean, I know Canada is really, really beautiful too, but, you know, the States is just so vast, and they have so many different cultures here and different climates here. You could spend your whole life exploring just the States and still not see everything, so. But you probably say that about most places. No French, huh? What's ATM? Oh, yeah, at the moment. I was like, that means two things. I'm not going there. Not doing it. Not on my channel. Not doing it. I speak pig Latin. Yeah, don't we all? I can still sing the Tasmanian Devil song, like the intro. Tasmania, Tasmania. I saw that movie, The Hunter, set in Tasmania. I haven't seen that. It seems expensive compared to the States. I wonder if it is. I'm not sure. You were talking about the price of cigarettes at one point, and that kind of like, wonder what the price of gas is there. And you could probably do it by the liters too, so I'd have to do like conversions and math. And believe it or not, I used to teach math, but I don't feel like doing liter conversions right now. If you can find a replaced part from Amazon for your door, let me know. If it's shipped to the pawn, or else you can bring it out to you. That's actually a good idea, Mac, and I might have to just buy a whole ass new door, honestly, like, because the latch is fucked up, it's busted, and I don't even know where I'd find a door from. Like, I'll have to start digging around online for that. But there is a You Pull It junkyard not too far away that I want to check out and see. Maybe they have a door too, but it's a fucking bummer. People are generous though. That's good. You know, like, I think that's true for most places. I think most places you'll find generous people. It's a massive tearjerker. The Hunter. The Hunter. I don't want my movies to make me cry. Like, The Lion King was sad enough, bro. With with Simba rolling up on his dad, wondering if his dad was alive. Yeah, that's enough. I don't need no tearjerker movies. Oh. Man, it is super dusty here. I'm constantly wiping dust from the inside of my truck. Maybe even slightly dustier than slabs because all this dirt out here is like moon dust. There's a decent alternate community of support visitors. Oh, cool. Hell yeah. I like meeting people from, it'll be the first time I've ever been somewhere where I'm the foreigner, but I've met so many people from all over the world. I think that'd be cool to be the foreigner, you know. They have had the Hunter on the tube for free for a while. Okay, cool. If y'all want a tearjerker, check out the Hunter. It's filmed in Tasmania. I have to check that out though, just to see what Tasmania is like. Bring a friend to a tearjerker. If they don't cry, drop them. You know what always gets me, like the tearjerkers for me, is like those coming home videos where the soldiers and the Marines and the sailors surprise their loved ones. Like those always get me every fucking single time. You know, Mac, you should be metal detecting on the Salton Sea, bro. Like, there's probably so much shit on that sea that was, like, lost at sea years and years ago, back in the 50s, when people were, like, you know, actually boating and jet skiing out there and shit and water skiing. I would be out there. I'd be out there with metal detecting real quick. The Hunter would be nothing without Willem Dafoe. Is Willem Dafoe in that? God, he's such a weirdo, isn't he? But he's a good actor. I like the movies he does. But he's a creepy looking dude. What was my favorite? I'd say Boondock Saints might be my favorite movie with him in it. Cinematography is stunning though. Tasmania is stunning. You know, I've always kind of been into cinematography, but not ever formally educated on it. But I would love to learn as much as I could about it. Like, YouTube just scratches the surface from what I found. I haven't found a whole lot of in-depth videos on how to do cinematography and how to, like, some YouTube videos look really cinematic, don't they? They look like they were filmed on very professional equipment, editing, and I want to learn how to do those things. I want to figure that out. All right. Y'all are convinced me. I'm gonna go check out this movie. God, jeez. I'm gonna go cry over this movie, The Hunter. How's the food in Tasmania? What's like a common dish that somebody from Tasmania would make you if you came to visit them? Like here, I think it would be like a good T-bone steak or a burger because we're fucking American and we're basic. What's a good American meal? Biscuits and gravy. Not the British biscuits and not the British gravy, but American biscuits and gravy with some sausage in it. That's what I would make foreigners. We might catch a pretty sunset tonight. Let's see how much longer I can live stream before I just can't anymore. I don't mind slow movies as long as they got a good story. I think that some slow movies, they're slow for a reason because they're supposed to be. One of them, like if you've ever seen, what the hell was the name of that movie? It was with Jake Gyllenhaal where he was a Marine sniper, post 9/11 Iraq veteran movie, and it was such a slow fucking movie, but it was like supposed to be because sometimes combat can be slow with moments of excitement. So it's good if it's slow and they're setting the tone on purpose. Cherries as big as a kid's fist? Oh, fucking A. I bet that would be great. You sure we can't replace the handle? We could cover it up and put the deadbolt on it also. You'll see when you get here, Mac, it's not just the handle that's broken. They broke the frame of the door that holds that handle. And maybe some angle iron. Like, it's going to take some finesse and some wood. Like, they fucked that door up, bro. I wish it was. It probably is repairable, but I don't know if I have the skills, to be honest with you. I mean, being completely honest, maybe I do. I'll have to take the door off and tear it down, but it's been too windy and cold to be thinking about taking the door off my trailer. So, good seafood. You know what? I do love seafood. I could survive off seafood. Um, Zig, watch Rosie O'Kelly. She's got it going on tech-wise on YouTube. Very informative. Rosie O'Kelly. I will. Is that like cinematic, in-depth? That's what I'm looking for. Rosie O'Kelly. I'm gonna look up my live chat later and remember that. I've been streaming for 2 hours and I'll be damned. Look at this. 2 hours and 22 minutes. And if we wait just a second, I'll be able to say 22 seconds. But 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds right there. Boom. 23 seconds, 25 seconds. Yeah. I've watched Rosie. I like her. It was traumatic for me as I fit into Defoe's character, but there is a lot to see, in my opinion. Mad Max getting me sorted. And you're still here, Darren. Hell yeah. Still happy to have you here, bro. Pretty sure it's still 420. Like, you know, Community Cause from Slab City. He's got a lot more followers than me. I'm assuming most of you know who he is. He actually has a watch tattooed right here that's always on 420. And, I mean, I couldn't agree with that more because it's always 420 for me, too. I just never got the tattoo. And Mac, I fell in love with Rosie through Cause. She interviewed him a while back. She's my girl. It's hard to metal detect, but the one I have is salt in the ground. Is salt make it harder to metal detect? That's interesting. Wonder what the science is behind that. Terra Germania is a great channel, metal detector channel. Okay, Germania. Paleolithic tech. I wonder what your name means, bro. Do you think like there was technology with the paleo times, early humans that we don't have today? There's another movie filmed here about cannibal convicts that's incredible for Tassie landscape. Yeah, I think landscapes is what draws my attention to some areas, and that might be why I'm drawn to New Zealand, and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and Alaska is landscapes, right? Like, you get to see what nature made for us. This is what nature made for us, and you get to see it. If you want to see what human beings have built, go to Europe, because human beings are very fucking in what's the word, innovative, where they can build some amazing fucking things. It just boggles my mind. So if you want to see what humans built, you go to the east coast of the States or you go to Europe. But if you want to see what God made, you go to the west coast of the States and many other places, obviously. The States and apparently Tasmania. I'm gonna have to check that shit out. What's good up in here? What's up, Tallywhacker? Parallax and Nick, good astronomy. I follow a couple of astronomy, astrophotographers who take pictures of, space and the sun and all sorts of stuff, nebulas and galaxies. It'd be so cool to get involved with it, but I just don't have that kind of coin, man. Their equipment and their setups are just expensive, so I live vicariously through their content, just like you guys live vicariously a little bit through mine. Yeah, I think landscapes draws a lot of people. Yeah, it should. I think it should. Some people I've noticed don't appreciate it the way I do, but we're not all built the same, and that's okay. I make replicas of I'm gonna fuck that up. Pleistocene spear points, among other forms. That's cool. That's awesome, Paleo. I love Zig. Love your travel videos. Thanks, Shanda. Glad to have you here. I appreciate that very much. I enjoy making them. I wanted my channel to start going into like tutorials on how to RV travel specifically, since that's how I'm traveling right now. Maybe do some like do's and don'ts, or some, just what makes my life a little bit easier. But my RV got busted into and the doors broke and it's not quite travel ready yet. So I gotta get it travel ready before I can start doing informative videos. But I'm still gonna do some vlogging, some vlog stuff. If you take a photo every month for a year, it's the infinity sign in the sky. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like the moon will do that pattern in the sky. Yeah. Or the sun. Very nice filming and editing. And you know what? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just I downloaded the software and I started tinkering with it, and it worked out. Olympic Peninsula in Washington is beautiful. Yeah, it really is. I have spent some time up there in the peninsula, and it is actually really beautiful there. I've spent time there in my minivan when I traveled doing the van life thing. I spent time there in my 40-foot diesel pusher up near like Squim area. Yeah, it's gorgeous up there. Port Townsend is a lot of fun. I took like the ferry across. That was pretty cool. You can see an arrow point in my avatar if you didn't notice. Yeah, I was wondering what that was, but I didn't want to like, what's yours? Because the thumbnail right there is real small, but I think I might need glasses. Oh, you're in Squim. Yeah, there's like that casino right there. I forget the name of it, in between Squim and somewhere else. And they had 30 amp plugs at that casino, first come, first serve, that you could plug your RV into. And you're supposed to only be able to stay there for like 3 days. But I plugged into that spot and stayed for like 3 weeks before security came knocking on my door telling me to leave. Good times. Best part, you're having fun doing content. I am having fun. Like I said, this is like a creative outlet for me that I didn't have before. And, I travel, and since I do have an income and I travel on that income, which isn't much, you have to have outlets. You have to have hobbies. You have to have something to do with your time. And this is mine right now. Like, I'm doing this with my time because it's better than just sitting around watching movies or... I got some other productive things I'm doing. I'm, working on my property and stuff, pulling out some sage and trying to get my RV squared away. But this is another like project stuff I get to work on. And I don't feel pressured to do this. I feel excited to do this. So I think that's pretty cool too, I'm gonna keep doing it and keep having fun. Why the fuck not? Alright, I don't know how to pronounce this word, but I'm gonna try it again. The flint work from Pleistocene? I think I got it. Pleistocene. I'm going with that. The flint work from Pleistocene is outstanding, really. It doesn't really fit into the model. I've seen so many like flint works before, like when they do the napping stuff on like arrowheads and stuff. That's pretty sweet. I've actually found a few arrowheads in my life. So Pulpa is not that crazy far. You could go there and back to New Mexico in one day. That's cool. I don't know why am I going to Oklahoma? Pleistocene. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna make me Google shit later. I like learning shit, so it's okay. I assume that has something to do with the Paleolithic era, right? Like we're early humans, we're nomadic, like we were supposed to be. Adele, yes. Sure, I don't know what you're saying yes to, but yeah, sure. Looks like an hour till sundown. I'm gonna start plugging away at my properties. It's supposed to be windy for the next couple of days, so I feel like I'm getting a little cabin fever in my RV right now. But tonight there is a hot springs nearby. I'm at the Rio Grande. I'm not that far from the Rio Grande, and at the bottom of the canyon of the Rio Grande was a big deep canyon. There's a hot springs down there, and I'm gonna go check it out tonight. That's my plan. It is at the termination of the Ice Age mammoths, and that, like, yeah, of course, yeah. So yeah, early humans, the Paleolithic era. When I mean, there was definitely a lot of extinct animals from back then that were alive during early humans, and a lot of people don't even realize that we're so mammoths weren't actually that long ago. I was trying to figure out how to explain how to say that. Yeah. Nice hot springs. Yeah, I know we do. I'm. It's much cleaner hot springs too than the one at the slabs. The slabs has a hot springs that needs maintenance in order for it to be, um, to not look gross, I guess, and to have everything flow out. And that maintenance didn't happen this last season, so the hot springs looked like mud. But the hot springs here is like volcanic, clear water. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's hard to film at hot springs, right? Because there's naked people everywhere. So I'll see if I can, but no promises, because it is what it is. Upper Paleolithic across the pond. Okay. I assume that's your cool thing, right? Like, you dig that era? Like, I think we all have a cool thing that we do, right? Maybe mine's this video editing stuff. We're traveling, but we all have our cool thing. And I'm guessing that's what, like, has caught your fascination. What can they say? That's true. Like, they are in public, and they're nude in public, and you're allowed to film everything that you can see in public. In the States, our First Amendment guarantees us the right to film in public because everybody is press. You have freedom of press, which means anybody can be pressed, which means anybody can film in public, and they're in public. But it's bad etiquette, isn't it? It's bad etiquette to film at hot springs with people bathing. So I'll have to respect that. I plan on making this my home. I made the arrowhead in Avatar, like the CGI arrowheads that they used. Or not CGI. I imagine some of them are real as fuck. Do you do like a motion picture special effects stuff? That's cool as hell. Bob Wells buys land now. You can't stay nomads forever. Yeah. I mean, Bob Wells was definitely a nomad, a very a Babylonian type nomad, I would say, and he makes a very, very good living off of his YouTube channel. You can look up his metrics and how much they pay him. You can look up anybody's and how much they get paid from YouTube. They try to average it out about how much that person makes, but you can look that stuff up, and he makes a good living from YouTube with his videos. And I respect all travelers and what they do. I don't appreciate how he changed the RTR. You know, the RTR was a great meetup for the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. For those who don't know, the RTR is a meetup in Quartzsite where people who travel on vehicles would meet up and just socialize and have their community. And Bob Wells started it, and I don't think he expected it to get as big as it did, but it got really big. So eventually, it was always free, but they moved it to the fairgrounds over the last couple of years and made people start paying for it, and that bummed me out a lot because the dude already makes plenty of money from YouTube, and then he tried to make a profit off of this great gathering of like-minded nomads, and that's not what the RTR was about. There's my take on that. But yeah, I've met Bob Wells a few times. I collect nice stone and try to make nice things out of it. Dude, I would love to throw you a few bucks if I can afford it for some of your nice stones and nice things. That'd be sweet. Oh, your avatar. I see. I smell what you're stepping in. Transparent replace wood, blue, and white. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out your avatar after the live stream so I could like click on you. But yeah, dude, I would take some of your work. Do you sell it? Like, plug your stuff right now if you can. Like, do you have a link or a website? I don't mind you throwing a link up there. Plug your artwork if you're selling it and trying to make, a side hustle. Like, share that with us. It'd be cool to have some neat, like, I like collecting artwork. I got all sorts of random artwork that I have drawings and paintings in my RV. I have artwork that people have made, like wired trees with lapis in it, and I've got Dreamcatcher I've got Dreamcatcher hanging up in my house that Rabbit Side, Jesse Rabbit from Rabbit Side made me a couple of years ago. It's very, very near and dear to my heart. What's up, Charlie? Welcome to the shit show. Welcome to the chat. I like rocks. Yeah, me too. I actually have a giant rock collection. And every time when I was in my minivan, I had to think about this. Like, okay, do I need another rock? Because it's weight, and I've got a bunch of them. And I would always be like, yeah, I do. And I would throw it in my rock collection. So I have quite a few rocks I've collected from all over the country. Some of them are just generic ass rocks, but some of them I found like some blue quartz out in Quartzsite. It was like a point that goes from clear at the bottom to like blue at the top. It was pretty cool. Hey Missy, it's alright. I'm going to be posting this whole live stream, so if any of you that were late want to catch up on my updates and what I said, you can. That'd be cool. You don't have to apologize for being late. We all got our lives and we're all just doing our things. But I'm glad you're here now. If you haven't checked out my new video I posted my journey to New Mexico and the results of my RV getting back. So be sure to check out that video. It just premiered. Look, I got a bunch of comments to check up on. Hey Zig, how are you? Sorry I'm late. Oh wait, I already read that. Art should disturb the comforter and comfort the disturbed. That is a cool saying. I've never heard that before, but I do dig it. Where am I in New Mexico? I'm actually near Taos, New Mexico, up in northern New Mexico, about 30 minutes from the Colorado border. Holy crap, I walk in and there you are. Donate to Zig. Hi, Kelly. Everybody who donated to me on my journey to New Mexico, including Kelly and Adele, a few others might be in here too. I gave y'all a shout out on my last video because I appreciate y'all so much. So be sure to watch that video. It's about 20 minutes long or so, and I put a lot of energy and creativity into it. I liked it a lot, actually. I really did. Well, it's possible, but I don't push it on people. Do you have a P.O. box? Not here, though. No, I don't have a P.O. box. I just got to this area, and there's like a 2-year wait to get P.O. boxes, so I might have to do that. I might have to borrow, like, a neighbor's P.O. box. I don't know. I'll have to work out the mail situation out here, because I don't know. It's a bit of a, I don't know how to fix it. I'll have to figure that out. I'll give it to you, my storage 7x7, but it has all my solar stuff and stuff I want to put in my new camper. It only has 150 hours on it. You saw it in slides. Last year I was a recharge. Yeah, that'd be fucking sweet. I could really use a new generator in Quartzsite. Oh, you got it at the court. I see. Adele, I have a friend who collects rocks. He goes to conventions to buy them, and also he's into fossils. If you guys are into rocks and you're into rock and gem shows, Quartzsite, Arizona, in January, it's a traveler's dream come true, and there's a rock and gem show, one of the largest in the country. I would definitely check it out. I'm gonna have to go look at it. I've looked at a few of your videos, the older ones. I mean, none of my videos are really that old. I just started my channel 4 or 5 months ago, but I appreciate everyone that's watched my videos. I really try to put some energy into the editing and the creativity, because, I don't know, it's fun. I enjoy doing it. You collect seashells. Believe it or not, there's a lot of seashells in slabs because it used to be underwater. That's where I wrecked. Well, don't wreck no more, Arizona. Bro. If you have a deed to the land, can you get a P.O. box, or is that the waiting list? I think that if you get a deed, you can get a P.O. box, and I think it's cheaper, Mac. So when you get here, we're going to have to chat about that. I talked to one of the neighbors about it, so. It's possible to have internet at the slabs, and it's outrageous expensive. Yeah, there's plenty of people that have internet there, and it's fairly affordable. It's got to be satellite internet. Like some people, like Cause has Starlink. There's HughesNet. There's a Viacom or something like that. There's a few options for satellite internet out there. And to be honest with you, my Verizon signal in slabs works just fine. So you can use your cell phone in slabs and hotspot. I put $10 in PayPal. Come on, everyone. $5 will help. Thanks, Kelly. Look at that. I did get a donation. I haven't even been looking. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see. I did. I just got. Oh, I got a donation from Carla too. Thanks. You guys are fucking rad. I wasn't even expecting that. Thanks, Carla. I'm sorry I didn't give you a shout out sooner. I just noticed it. I'm just getting ready to do some work or a run, so to speak. Talk to Cause. He knows where to find me. All right, dude. I will talk to Cause if he knows you. Yeah. Cause and I have known each other for a long time. In fact, he texted me while I was live streaming, so I'm gonna have to hit him up because, you know, I don't want to put Cause's business out there too much, but it's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. But Cause's mother just passed away too, so that's what he's dealing with on Mother's Day. So, any of you who feel the need to send him some love, be sure to do that. You know, it's tough to lose your parents, and especially on a day where you're supposed to celebrate them. So, you know. Mac, I don't know if it's free. I think it was a discounted price or something, but I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. But it's right here in TP, so I collect weed. Yes, I do. Me too. I collect it and then I lose it. It just keeps getting caught in tiny little fires. Little campfires keep burning it up. Yes, I got the deed. I don't know if I told you. Yeah, you told me. You told me you got it. That's badass, bro. Did I miss any chats? No, I didn't. Cool. Yeah, tiny little fires. In fact, this is actually my last bowl of weed. I thought it was going to last me the rest of the day, but it didn't. But good thing I'm right, like 30 minutes away from the Colorado market, and I get to take advantage of the Colorado market. It's technically illegal for me to drive it back here, but, you know, fucking throw me in jail for it. Fucking dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I crossed from one part of America where weed's legal and another part of America where weed's legal, but I broke the law somehow. Ew. 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 The prisons are supposed to be for people who create victims, not for people who smoke weed. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know, Adele. I don't know how expensive it is in Colorado yet. I know the market there is pretty good, actually, in the past, where I've been there before. But the market in, like, where I was at in California, in Slab City, was about $100 an ounce would be the high end. I was also getting them for $60 an ounce, too. And that was, like, the low end. So you have a range there. But that's about the market, in a good market in the States is about that, right? A bad market in the States, in an area where cannabis is illegal, like the Carolinas or something, last I remembered, it's $200 or $300 an ounce for good weed. And I don't know what the cannabis is like in your neck of the woods, but out here it's amazing. It's great weed. And I mean, I haven't really been able to compare it to a lot of other places, but it's better than it was when we were kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd say that's a good price. $100 an ounce. That's can't beat that shit, actually. Yeah, right on. I was just curious because that's what I thought I'd heard, but either way, it's fine. It definitely wouldn't be better than going all the way into Taos. Yeah, for sure. It could be true that where you just get a box if you have a deed, but I don't have my deed yet. But I do have evidence that I live there and I'm paying for that land. So maybe I could just use that and they would give me a box. But you guys got me on for 45 minutes longer than I planned to be here, which I'm fine with. African pot is good. Really? Huh. That's cool. Durban Gold. I would love to actually travel around the world trying cannabis in other countries. I also think I'd be opening myself up to, like, being arrested in some of those countries, which worries me. Do you have the warranty deed? No. I don't know what that is. Has my lighter collection grown any? No, it's about the same. I just keep stealing. Now I just keep stealing lighters for myself. So it's about the same. $100 a quarter ounce. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I remember those days. That's what it was like when I was growing up. $100 a quarter. That sucks. I'm just glad the stigmas are gone around pot. Yeah, the social stigmas have definitely changed, haven't they, over the last like 10, 20 years. And it's going to keep changing. And I think it should change for all drugs. I know this is like an unpopular opinion, but putting unhealthy things into your body is not illegal and shouldn't be. I'm not advocating anybody do drugs, but I don't think that it makes you a criminal. We need to be treating that like a mental health condition, not a criminal condition. And maybe we would have less addiction if we would actually give these people help instead of prison. We wouldn't even have opiates right now. We would still have opium dens if we'd never made it illegal, but they have to find synthetic versions of these drugs to bypass the laws, and they become more powerful. Remember Spice? Like, they came out with Spice because it bypassed the cannabis laws, and it was just awful. So stop making shit illegal, and maybe we had better drugs. They should give you a warranty deed when you're buying owner finance. Maybe I'll ask them about it. Maybe I could go down and get one from the clerk's office. I'm not sure. I only use dispensaries if I have no other choice. Me too. Me too. And I don't know the market here yet because I just got here, but the dispensaries are pretty close. And last I remember, Colorado dispensaries were pretty affordable too. So I don't mind using the cannabis market in Colorado just because I appreciate the laws and how they're structured there. Hey, you're not choppy anymore. Yeah, I guess the signal, like, it fixed itself. I don't know. I got lucky. Forgot to give you props on the editing skills. Thanks, Jeffro. That's fucking cool. Synthetics suck. Yeah, synthetic anything sucks, doesn't it? Also, Deb, one of Cause's friends knows, been wanting to send her for one for a while. Deb. Do I know Deb? I bet I've met Deb before. Maybe I think Deb's one of my followers, too. Is Deborah still in here? You ought to connect with Paleo up here. Yeah, the clerk's office. I need to go there to get a couple things, so that'll be something I ask him about. V's on his way back up from going to see the dispo for me. I'm excited to see what he picked out. Yeah, Deb Langley. Yeah, I know her. Well, Kendall, tell B, tell him I said what's up. And he better have picked good weed, because if he didn't, then he sucks. I don't know. Pick good weed, bro. It's Mother's Day, goddammit. Happy Mother's Day, Kendall. Remember we saw when we were hanging out with Wanda? Yeah, I remember. Donate, need door, solar, yada yada, please help. Yeah, I think that I can get my door fixed. I don't know, I gotta figure out the door thing. I don't know what that's gonna be priced at. I have no idea. I'm guessing a new door would be about $100, $200 unless I can get it from a junkyard. But the batteries, that's like $100 a pop, like $79 a pop actually. And there's 2 of them. Propane tanks, those are like $30, $40 a pop. And then the wires and the wire ends, and that's just miscellaneous shit. But I could probably get, like, the door is what's stopping me from traveling right now. Yeah, Paleo, you can order online from a lot of the dispensaries, and sometimes they'll even deliver, but they won't deliver across state lines. I'm a retired psych nurse. My job was to medicate the patients. Often they would say, fuck you, I don't want the Valium, give me a joint. And yeah, no, they're right, except in psychosis. Yeah, I actually got my bachelor's degree in psychology. I was never a nurse, and I actually never have any, yeah, in psychosis it can be an issue, right? Like any hallucinogen can, and cannabis isn't a hallucinogen. It's a very mild hallucinogen. But in psychosis, people shouldn't be having hallucinogens. It can make psychosis worse. But for people who are mentally healthy, or even have other mental health conditions, like, it helps me a lot with my PTSD, because I get night terrors, and I don't remember my dreams when I smoke weed. I have them, but I don't remember them, because sometimes I still wake up and I'm sweaty and I had a nightmare, but I don't remember what it was, which makes coming out of that nightmare easier to recover from, right? Like, I'm not reminded of all these traumatic experiences or dreams that I'm having. So that's why primarily I smoke cannabis. But to be honest with you, I also like being kind of stoned, so I'm not gonna lie. I'll get the original deal once it goes through the clerk's office. I believe that's where it goes. Notarize everything about 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna have to go around getting my deed. I'm getting off here and working on an RV. Check your Facebook when you're done. I will. I got a few messages I catch up on. See you, dude. Yeah, Arizona, if you find a fucking door, I need to figure out how to measure my door, but, yeah. Alright, Zach, I guess I'm out too. I gotta do some gaming. It's too windy to go outside. Yeah, see you, Mac. Have a good one, dude. It helps you keep your ducks in a row, huh? Huh, Kindle? Yeah, Nino, it does help. Quite a bit. Also, like, everyone keeps talking about how laid back and chill I am. Like, I'm really not without this. Like, I can be pretty high strung sometimes. Um, and my anxiety can get a bit out of control for days. Like, Mac's seen it. Mac and I have known each other for a while, so um, that happens to the best of us. So weed does help, actually. We'll talk. I probably just need the year model and a picture, and maybe just need the size of the door. I don't know if they're like all one size fits all, but yeah, I can measure it and give you all the specs, bro. See you, dude. Slushy rain north of Portland today. It's always slushy rain north of Portland, isn't it? You're in the I-5 corridor, aren't you? Yeah, in like Tacoma-ish area. So, rains a lot. See ya, Crick. I'm actually about to be taking off too, guys. 3 hours on live stream. I'm like feeling it in my voice. Can we talk at the screen for so long? I wonder if they really whip Mad Mac in the online games. I don't know. He plays what does he play? That Fortnite? And he says when he does acid, he plays a lot better. 1 acre of pot sucks more carbon than trees. Yeah, there's a lot of good benefits for hemp. You can build with hemp, make fire resistant bricks out of hemp, clothes out of hemp, rope out of hemp. I've used a lot of hemp rope in my lifelong journey over rope stuff. And hemp is awesome rope. Love you too, Kendall. Talk to you soon. Hey, my life was stressful raising 3 kids and shift work. I used to say it's mommy's little helper. My kids are gone. I still love to smoke. Yeah, I wish that, you can probably agree too, Nino, like growing up, it was just so illegal and shunned on. Like, mothers literally lost their kids for smoking weed. And I'm happy that that's changing. Like, we can all have this conversation without being worried about going to jail for it. Sawjaw. I'm gonna start calling it that. I've never heard of that saying before. Yeah, we got over 100 cannabinoid receptors in our body, and there are thousands of cannabinoids in cannabis. So there's a whole bunch that, we know. The popular ones, right, are THC, CBD, THC, A, and there's a whole bunch more, though. 4-month-old grandbaby has been entertained watching your live. I'll be damned. Hi, little baby. How you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off here in a minute, but be sure to check out my latest adventure film content video. It's about 20 minutes long. I had a lot of fun filming it, and it took me a while to upload it using this janky ass this internet that I'm using. So, yeah, it's kind of the adventure I had getting to my property. So it would be it'd be cool to get as many views on that as I could, because I need those watch hours, right, to get monetized for YouTube to start paying me. I need 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. I'm not too worried about the subscribers thing, because I've been steadily getting subscribers, right? I'm at like 720 something. But my watch hours are like halfway there at 2,500. So, it would be cool if you guys if you're not doing anything in that room, hit play and walk out. I'd appreciate it. But I think I'll get there eventually, naturally, anyways, because I'm gonna just keep putting good energy, and I think people really enjoy watching videos with some editing in it, right, and some energy put into it. Just got back from the Oregon coast. Fabulous time. I'm guessing you were somewhere near Astoria. It gets really beautiful out there. I bet it rained on you, though. I missed your last vid. I'll go watch it now. Thanks, Shonda. I hope you do. Um, I got to see some really cool spots in Arizona, and Miles got to experience a road trip and the city and the woods. So you got to experience that with us. Live stream does count for hours. Yeah, it sure does. In fact, with as many people in this live stream, I bet you I get like 50 or 60 hours of watch time. Um, so I'm guessing. Oh, Miles, you knocked over the thing. Bro, you're stretching. Yeah, but yeah, the live streams do count unless I'm like playing music or something that'll give me a copyright infringement and it'll take away my I won't I don't know if it helps towards my watch time because I can't monetize the videos that have copyrighted music in it. So yeah, I like the smoke and talk sessions too, Kelly. I probably should start scheduling this. Like have it at specific times. I just really suck at planning things because my life is so into the wind, right? Like I'm not a tree, I'm a leaf. So I don't know how to schedule things. I can't really plan a few days out, much less weeks out. So I know it'd probably be easier on everybody if I planned out live streams like Cause does. He does his coffee in the mornings and stuff. I'm not so sure my lifestyle would be able to jive with scheduling it out, you know. Same thing on the bike daily, thin to eat while babysitting. Here I am. Yeah, kids are fun. Kids are fun, but they're just exhausting sometimes too, aren't they? My daughter just turned 18 back in August. Actually, she's like almost 19, isn't she? And yeah, it's just weird having an adult child. Or you are the breeze. Yeah, I'll be the breeze. I could be the breeze. Sometimes I get hung up on some places, but I could still breeze through. Thanks, Kenneth. I appreciate that, dude. Ken told me where he was from, and now I'm trying to remember. It was the Philippines, right? You're in the Philippines. Purple puppy hour. Yeah, my purple puppy's sitting right here sleeping. Oh, Zig, do your thing. We're all here to watch what you do. Thanks, Nino. I appreciate all you guys. I didn't know that. I knew I'd be doing videos, and like I said before, I kind of figured people would be watching it, enjoying it. I just didn't know that. I didn't expect to be getting to know the people watching my videos. I just figured I'd just be putting them out there and watching them enjoy it. You could be a grandpa. You're old enough. You better not say that again. I told her she had to wait until I'm 40. I told her she had to wait until I'm 40. That was the deal. And I'm 38. She's got a couple years before she gets to do that, but I don't want to be a grandpa in my 30s, dude. I just, you know, it is what it is. I got a gray beard whisker I noticed the other day, so I'm gonna go shave when I get home. Nino, your bit. Lots of meals out. Zig, we're addicting, right? What do you mean, we're addicting? Oh, you're addicting? I mean, I didn't expect I'd watch you because you beat my friend in real life. Thanks, Kelly. I'd be your friend, too. One gray. I might have two. I'm not sure, but I am, like, I don't know. The closer I get to 40, 30 wasn't a big deal, but the closer I get to 40, the fact that my daughter's grown, I don't know. I'm feeling my age, too. I'm starting to slow down more. It hurts a little bit more after I do a hard day's work. Us older girls likes the gray. Leave it. Yeah, I wish I could grow a beard. Not this, like, if I grow my beard out, I look like a rapist from the 1800s. Just a neck beard. I can't grow it up here on my face. It's just down here, so I'll probably still shave it. I wish I could hide my face. That'd be great. Just have a beard like, hey ladies, how you doing? You know, if my hair isn't very dark, but if it ever got to the point where this darkened or whatever, and I had like the silver sides, I would rock the shit out of that. Maybe I'll just dye it gray, and then walk around with like a suit on, pick up old ladies. I mean, I bet they're fun. Nino, you're amazing. I'm 60 and feel 40, no kidding. Yeah, I kind of wonder what it's like. I expect when I'm that age, I'm gonna feel like I still feel like I'm in my 20s, like I'm 20 years old and stuck in this pushing 40-year-old's body. So the aging thing is catching up to me. Like I've always kind of felt young until recently. So I'm first, old lady. As Dylan said, you can have your youth because it'll rot before your eyes. Y'all are fun. But you know, they say it goes fast, right? Like, and I've noticed that. Like the last 10 years went a lot faster than the 10 years before that. But when I think back to everything I did in the last 10 years and everything I did in the 10 years before that, like, oh my God, it has been a long time. We do live a long time and we experience a lot. When you compare it to a lot of other dogs and cats and mammals out there, like, we live a long ass time and we get to be on this earth longer than a lot of creatures out there. So, even though it does go by fast, I don't know. What if we lived 1,000 years? We would probably still think it was fleeting, wouldn't we? So maybe like 60 to 80 years, which is about the lifespan of a dude in America. That's not such a bad life. And I'm at 40, so holy shit. It's fucking weird. Maybe he comes from the life starts at 40 camp. Yeah, I mean, my life keeps restarting over. I think every 10 years I just start over and I'm like, woohoo, this is fun. I'm the youngest boomer. I'm actually one of the oldest millennials. Believe it or not, I'm a millennial, and I'm one of the oldest ones. Like, us millennials get blamed for a lot of shit, but like, it ain't us, man. It's our kids. The millennials are pushing 40 and sick of being blamed for everything. Not to mention you boomers, you still come to us millennials when you need help with your cell phones, because they do in slabs all the time with me. There's a lot of things that live a lot longer than us. Yeah, it's true. There is. I mean, there's some species of what are they, shrimp or no, jellyfish that are biologically immortal. Unless they're killed by something, they're never gonna die. What's up, bro? Do you need to go outside? Because you didn't go potty last time I took you out there. Well, I'm not walking you this time. You're just gonna hop out. He's starting to get potty trained, which is really fucking cool. Like, I've only had to like beat the shit out of him like 4 or 5 times, and he's figured it out. I'm just kidding. I don't beat my dogs. I love my dogs. They're very well taken care of. The next 5 years will fly. God, I hope not. Because I got a lot of shit to do in 5 years. I got a lot of stuff I got to take care of. What if you count them all? What if I count all of what? I don't know. It's hard to remember what I was talking about by the time I get to the comments. How old would I be? If I count them all, how old would I be? If I count it all, I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. Yeah, the jellyfish, biologically immortal. So again, unless they're killed by something, like their environment, the conditions not being right, but if their conditions are perfect and they don't get preyed on, like they'll live forever. And that's fascinating to me. Like there is the aging process doesn't exist, and there is one gene. There's one gene in the human body, and as far as I understand, that makes us age, and those genetic researchers are trying to figure out how to stop the aging process. And I don't know what that'll do to humans in 200-300 years, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to figure out if they figure out how to beat aging. I cannot live without my 30-year-old son. He set me up on YouTube, helps me with my cell phone, etc. I'm glad I had that little bugger. Yeah, no kidding. So we have a bunch of boomers that stay at slabs and specifically at Ponderosa, and they seem to always take their phones to me when they need help with their phones, because most of the time when they get frustrated at them, this one guy in particular will just throw his phone across the room or at the table or start smacking it like that's gonna make it work, because he remembers the TVs from back in the day where you just smack the shit out of them to get them to work. Miles, come on. Coming? Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hi. Yeah, they're on the breakthrough with aging thing. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, so I've straight up thought about this a while, and if I could live 1,000 years, I would. I would totally do it because I'm really curious where humanity goes. Hi, are you? Are you curious too? I want to know what kind of movies come out, and I want to know what kind of video games come out. I want to see what technology happens. I have high hopes for us, and I want to see where we go. What? Come here. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? You just want to chill, huh? You just need some attention. I think he's sick of y'all taking up my time. So, I think Miles and I are gonna log off. I appreciate everyone being here. Please check out my video. Like Kelly said, consider donating. It'd be cool. And if you can't donate, you know what does help actually a lot is hitting share, hitting like, commenting on my videos, even if it's just, hey, cool vid, or if you comment, hey, that sucked, I don't care, but give me a share, like, comment, or a dislike, it's fine. All those algorithms help me, you know, and it helps YouTube help more people find me. So throw my stuff out there. I appreciate every one of you. Most people don't remember it is not required. I don't know what you're talking about, but maybe you're talking about hitting like, share, and subscribe, all that stuff. No, it's not required. I actually don't mind it if people just watch, because just watching helps me. If you're just watching my videos and not interacting at all, it still helps me. Like, we got 19 people in the chat right now, and there's not a whole lot of, you know, there's not 19 people chatting, but, oh, I did it again. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh my God. Huh. This is... I think that is evidence that I should go. My goodness. Nobody wants to see that. So much for hitting on you ladies in my pushing 40 and my silver hair, and me getting up close and personal. Can I blame Miles? Can it be his fault? Huh? What you think? What you think of all these people, Miles? They're looking at you, the whole world. The whole world can see you, stealing the show. He really is a sweet puppy when he's not being a terrorist. Yeah, it was good smoking with you guys too. Good to see you, Kelly, or good to chat with you, and Adele and Missy. I had a pretty good room today, didn't I? Paleo, it was really good to get to know you a little bit. I want to check out your artwork a little more. I'll probably do that as soon as I log off. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you being here. Miles of smiles.